Hello. Hey, chat. Hiya. Hi. Hi, everyone. It's Does HBG Agree? Episode 3. Episode 3. Hooray! Hooray! I've pinged the Discord. I've tweeted. Sorry, I'm so stressed right now. Everything is happening last minute, and everything is breaking. It is really annoying. But I have some questions. If you guys give me some other questions in my Discord, you'll probably have about 2 minutes to submit anything. I'm not going to always guarantee that I'm going to do them, but there might be a chance that I get through all of my questions, and then I will open it up to like what you guys have to think. Because I've been told by Nerdi, Dylan, and Silver that they agree on quite a lot of things, as in the three of them. So I'd like people to come up with some stuff that might be more difficult for them to agree with. And so, yeah, you guys can join the Discord. There is a Does HBG Agree channel in there, and that will that should successfully send you guys in there. I have set everything up. If something goes wrong, I really apologize. Again, so much shit's been going on today. I haven't even had my fucking protein bar today. Everything's freaking me out. Hold on. All right, let me make sure that the camera's at the right level. Amazing. Awesome. The chat, I'm going to change scenes, and it may break. Okay? If it breaks, I will fix it, but it's going to take me a few seconds, okay? I'm going to just need to quickly do this. Fully broke. Okay, that's fine. Let me just get everything back. To make sure that it's on the right version. Wrong one. Amazing. Cool. Okay. So I think we're back. I think we're good. And let's check. Let's check that we're able to teleport to the guys. So, this is me. This is Dylan. Oh, no, that's Nerdy. Sorry. This is Dylan. And this is Silver. These are our guests today. I don't know why I'm further away. I don't know when you teleport to me, I'm just further away. But, I genuinely don't know why that is, so I'm gonna have a quick look by running off into the distance and trying to find out. What did I do? Oh, I made that 2 blocks back. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna make them all 2 blocks back because it looks way better. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back in. Wait. Yippee! Okay, and then, I'll move in with these guys. There we go. And then if I go here, then it is Nerdy. And Dylan. And Silver. Wait, that one wasn't really Silver. That one's kind of like just in the middle of everyone, but that's okay. Anyway. Fantastic. Whew. We can breathe. We have all of the setups correct. As you guys know, this is Does HBG Agree? I'm going to be asking these 4 people some questions, and they have to determine whether they strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree. That's the challenge. We are just basically yapping it up. It's the new HBG podcast, basically. That's kind of all it is. You're gonna hear how HBG agree or disagree about a variety of questions. And as I did say at the very start of stream, if you guys have any questions, please do join the Discord. There is a Does HBG Agree channel. Make sure you format the questions in the correct way. And by that, I mean, it's not really a question. It's much more of a status. It's much more of a statement. Sorry, not a status. So, for example, I believe this, and that means you can agree or disagree with it. Obviously, if it's a question, it's less like that. So, I'm going to grab myself a drink. Not like an alcoholic drink, because I'm playing football tomorrow. Hooray! But yeah, welcome in, everyone. Apologies for being a little bit late. I know that I said that I'd be there at 8:30, and I was about, I don't know, 20 minutes late. I did warn the other guys. Okay, so I've just given them the warning that I'm going to be undeafening in 30 seconds. Make sure that everyone's. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I'm actually excited. These questions are definitely less MCSR related because I think our group of HBGers today.
It's a bit of a sticky
Thank
one.
you, Zach, for the resub.
Happy Friday 13th.
I think that our group of HBGers today are slightly less MCSR pilled than the average of like Feinberg, Kuriway, and Poundcake, who have been our previous guests. But yeah, I thought let me switch things up. Let's invite some new faces, and I'm going to undeafen and see what they've got to say. Hey guys, hope you guys are all doing well.
Hello. What's up? Hello.
Yeah, we got so we've got Dylan, Nerdy, Silver here today. I was just explaining that we're kind of probably slightly less MCSR pilled today than usual on the questions.
W.
And I have opened the floor to like to chat as well. So if they decide to ask a good question, I might just drag it onto the document.
Sounds good.
I need to. I want to start off with a light-hearted one though, because we usually get a little bit deep in this. As I did post one of the hypothetical questions earlier in the group chat that we have. Let me turn off the music for now. So, I'm gonna use one that we did last week, or not. Oh,
yeah.
Wait, I just fucking punched Nerdy.
What the heck, man?
Sorry, my fault. Let me make you guys into creative. Let me game mode creative at A. Does that work?
That's
yeah,
my
great.
friend.
I'm gonna go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago now, I did ask this question to a different group of people. So I'm gonna step out of this one because I've already answered it. But I think it was probably one of the funniest questions that we've had on. It was, I think if I trained for the next 4 years, I could get into the 2028 Olympics. And we had a very big range of questions last time. A very big range of answers last time. And I'd love to see what you guys have to say on the matter. So I'm gonna just stand over here and watch what you guys decide to pick. Ooh! You know what? I didn't think that we'd think we'd have such a spread. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call on. Okay, Nerdy, you moved last, so you're still thinking. So I'm gonna go to Dylan. Dylan was the person that moved first, in my opinion. So Dylan, let's have a little talk.
If I had more time to think, it's possible I could change my answer. I'm just trying to think of all the sports that exist in the Olympics, and I just don't see myself. I don't know. I'm a short guy, so that limits me in a lot of areas. I feel like. I think I have good reaction time and I'm like quick and nimble, but I don't think like I'm just not strong and I'm not tall. I don't see the vision. I'm not that healthy either. Like it's sort of I'm not like your average person. I'm like starting from a deficit. I get 1 year, right? You said
4 years. 4 years. 4 years.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay, come back to me.
Okay. I'll go to Silver. Looks pretty confident, and in both ways. You moved quite quickly straight to the strongly agree part. So let's talk. What's your take on this?
Okay, I think that if I like fully focus my mental, like what's holding me back? You know what I mean? Like I couldn't probably be like Olympics for like basketball or like some really competitive shit. But like, dude, there's some Mickey Mouse Olympic shit. Like,
okay, give me the sport. You gotta give me the sport that you're talking about. Like,
dude, like, surely I could breakdance better than that, like, lady.
Oh yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I mean, probably. But I mean, is that? But would you breakdance better than the Canadian candidate for breakdancing in 4 years? Let's say, let's say you had the funding, let's say you had the space, let's say you had the training and stuff. But like. Would this be your... Like, do you think in 4 years you'd be able to out-train someone who'd been doing it for much longer? Oh, breakdancing isn't in the 2028 Olympics. Ooh. That could stifle your plans.
I feel like there's just so much like random shit that is just so low comp that like surely if I just like focused my mental, like there's no way like on a single event like I could just figure out like the least competitive event that like works for me and I could just do it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like half of the people in the Olympics are like they don't even full time this shit. They just like do it as a hobby, and then they're like they've done it for like 10 years or whatever as a hobby. But if I'm like locked in 12 hours a day type shit,
You think? You think that like even like I get that, so maybe for certain countries whereby they don't have the funding and stuff, but like surely Canada people do like the full time business. But equally, I mean, it's worked for you in MCSR, so maybe you do have the lock in gene.
dude, they just no, honestly, if they had gaming, then I could. If they had Minecraft speedrunning, then I could be in the Olympics.
Yeah, who else is Canadian in MCSR? Like that's you know that's pretty decent. Is Aquacord and Danny?
Danny Boy and Octocord and fucking. There's more. I'm forgetting.
I don't know if gaming is going to
I'm
be
the
in
best though,
2028.
dude. I'm the best out of everybody in the world. I'm obviously the best Canadian.
Forgetting somebody. Hey, forgetting somebody.
Not forgetting you.
Are you
Dylan.
forget? Yeah, I'm forgetting. I think you're forgetting someone. Let's go talk to him right now. Nerdy, let's see what you've got to say.
Oh, what's up?
Okay. So my first immediate thought was, if I were in the Olympics, what would I want to do? And the thing that I'm best at right now, athletically, is easily climbing.
You are quite good.
So
at
my
climbing,
first
I don't know
thought, I'm not like amazing, but I'm just saying compared to everything else that I do, is climbing. It's definitely my main hobby. So my thought was, if I 12 hours a day, 4 years, I just don't think 4 years is enough time. I could be wrong. If I'm not saying I'm genetically, it's impossible for me to get there or whatever. I don't know if 4 years would make me competitive enough to get in the. I just don't think it would be. I think I would need to have started from a younger age. The thing that I moved forward a little bit on, the reason I moved forward is because of exactly what Silver said. Is maybe there's some really niche games that I'm not considering that people don't really practice that much, and it's not that competitive. And maybe I just don't know about these things. But even something like, I don't know, the breakdancing or whatever, I feel like when it comes to things that like you see someone who's like bad, like that person, like it would still be. It's not just about getting to a skill level. It's also about having connections and stuff like that. Probably, I would assume. And so I feel like there's a lot of unknown things. I think setting a goal like that is just way too strong. Like, is it possible? Sure, but I think it's more important to focus on goals that are more. I don't know. I guess more attainable is what I think. So I think overall, if I set my goal like that, it'd be too much. Yeah.
Remember, it's not about like winning the Olympics, or it's not about like getting a medal. It's just about the concept of getting into the Olympics. I mean, I think I can't even remember where I put myself, but I remember that I spoke about shooting, right? I think that I could just maybe do that and like be okay.
But the problem is, when it comes to these kind of things, I think you can look at them and be like, oh wow, that's easy. But I think a lot of these things, like, there's an extreme like Dunning-Kruger effect that can happen where if you don't know what it is, like what it entails to get that good, then it can seem easy. And then once you get into it, you realize, oh wow, this is actually a lot more complex than I thought. That's what I think a lot of those games would probably feel like. I don't necessarily know if 4 years. Yeah, I that's just kind of what it feels like to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic, but I just think the Olympics is just extremely competitive. I mean, it's just like the most competitive,
of course,
variety sports ever. I don't know. It just seems like a little much.
I mean, what can we compare it to? Like MCSR? When's the last? When did you guys join MCSR?
2020.
Like, yeah,
October.
I think I was like August 2020. Like, go on, Silver. Sorry,
what are you thinking about, Silver?
the fact that I'm in Canada, like I have like less competition, but I still have like pretty decent competition to get in.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
dude,
Me being in the UK
I'm just
helps.
like clicking through, right? Equestrian jumping. I don't know what this is, but all of the motherfuckers are like 50 on the Canadian. Like, surely I can outdo a 50-year-old, right?
You know what equestrian jumping is, no?
Is that with a horse or something?
Yeah, that's the horse. That's the horse one.
Yeah,
bro.
like it's just about the horse. Like, dude, I can ride a horse.
I just feel
Can
like that
you?
sounds
Have you ever ridden a
so-
horse?
That sounds so like that sounds so Dunning-Kruger to me. No, am I crazy here? I
Those
don't know.
people probably have like 30 years of horseback experience. That's why they're so damn old, bro.
Bro, this
Yeah.
person doesn't even have a picture. That's how fucking nobody, man.
That's kind of Chad. They don't care. They just have a Steve skin.
No, they're just fucking.
Oh, good
Oh, wait,
comparison.
It's
I
like
think,
teeth
Dylan.
food.
The
I see someone-
Steve
I see
skin.
someone in-
Default skin.
It's gold.
I see someone in chat saying horse competition is all about buying the best horse. That might be true, but even that, I don't know if I could realistically buy the best horse within
Yeah,
4
the best
years.
horse. Yeah, I don't think.
And so
I
if
could.
that's true, like
I'm
that, I
not
think that might
rich.
even be harder. I don't know, because I can
You
imagine.
can't.
Yeah.
They're so expensive.
Um,
You would need to like sell every. You can't.
Yeah,
They're so expensive.
And so exactly. So I don't know. To me, like maybe it's not the most competitive thing. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm being. I just think the Olympics is like the thing. And like maybe you try something, you're like, oh, this is gonna be super easy, and then you just happen to not be very good at it, for whatever reason. Maybe you don't realize that, you know, maybe you're the wrong build for it, or maybe you're whatever, and then you just like invest a year into it, and then it's just a wasted year. I don't know. I just the Olympic, like, could you go professional in any sport? Like, I think would be more realistic. I just think the Olympics are so
Okay, what?
competitive.
Let's say we said professional in any sport then, like, what does
Wait,
professional?
hold on. Let's ask
entail?
this guy what he
That's the-
thinks over here.
Who, me?
No, this.
Oh,
go
the
on, like,
one, the
big
fucking
camera.
wandering trader again, bro. This happened last time. Does he got a coral trade? Okay, no coral, no
this?
coral, no coral. It's over. Don't worry. No coral and what was the other one? Flower. It's got flower. Oh wait.
Whoa.
All right, we gotta get bro gone. We gotta.
Well, at least get his opinion before you kill him. And then he wanted to weigh
He's
in.
on the strongly agree.
Strongly
He
agree.
thinks he can. He
agrees
thinks he
with
can
me.
do it.
Well, now he's dead, so I don't have a lot of faith in him.
I mean,
Are these
Wait,
tridents
hold
gonna
on.
do this podcast?
I'll do this. I'll do this. All right, that's is that so you're gonna stay here in these sections? You think that if okay, let's change the question slightly to like become a professional at a sport, right? Because certain sports aren't particularly. So, for example, like team sports, they only like each country only takes one team to the Olympics, right? Like, I don't know, I'm thinking basketball, right? That's a what? How big's the roster of American basketball players versus the number that was actually taken to the Olympics? I don't know. Probably like on what is it, like 20 players per team? There's gonna be 10 teams in the. I don't know like what the actual numbers are, but if you Nerdi, you're saying if you were able to change the question to be
I'd probably
professional
stay here.
sports
I'd probably
person.
stay. I like professional sports is just insane. It's just it's so unlikely. And again, if I was starting from a young age, if I had you know, to practice from when I was, you know, super young at one sport and I committed to it fully, then maybe we'd be talking differently. I really love Silver's attitude here of in general like trying to be optimistic. I just think specifically professional sports is generally speaking going to be extremely hard to get into. Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I kind of agree. I've only got like 6 promotions to go to be in the to be a professional footballer, though, guys. So you know,
True.
watch out for me in 6 years'
Same.
time, bro. Yup, that's
I mean,
me.
hey, I'm not doubting you. I'm not doubting you.
Thanks, Goat. All right, yeah, I just wanted to start off with one that was a crowd favorite last time. I'm gonna quickly ask chat if they think that I should put some music on in the background because I feel like I put some low music on it.
I also think I'm past my
There's
peak.
esports?
Like 23. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I am.
agree with
I
you.
was thinking about that. I'm kind of old too.
How
I
old are
think
you?
I'm-
Like 20?
I'm 21.
Well, you're just a little guy.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm not fucking 40, but I'm 21.
without
You know what I
one.
mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's more
yeah,
that
no,
you
I mean,
want to be. I think it's
that's
more that
quite-
you want to be notably on pace at least by now on whatever the professional sport is. If you're
You think?
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
I mean-
I mean, maybe
It's
depending
so
on the sport.
competitive.
But
It's the
from
Olympics,
21
it's
to
so
25 is like peak. It's peak lock-in phase, I think.
I agree. I totally agree with you. And I think that's what you like. But think about like, I mean, I'm gonna take an extreme example. I'm not saying you have to be this good to be professional, but like
Yeah.
if you think about like Messi, he was extremely good going into 20, and then he was able to, because he had that amazing foundation, he
Huh?
became the best player in the world. You know what I mean?
Where am I? What happened?
Over the course
Nerdi,
of
look
the next
up.
couple of years. Oh, sorry.
I'm in the
I looked
ground.
up.
Oh, okay. You're good.
That's
you're
on
good.
me. That's on me.
I broke the command blocks today, so some things just weren't working. My fault. Yeah, no, I see your point. I do. And with certain things, I think that's entirely true. But I think that, people can get into the sports late and still do pretty well. Maybe you've got a hidden talent
wait,
in like
wait. I just
volleyball.
thought about this. Wait, fuck. There was the chat probably knows. There's like a lady who became like an Olympic like bicyclist. What the fuck is it
Oh.
called? And she
Cyclist?
did
She
it.
clutched.
She like, yeah, she did it in like a few years or something, right?
Is
But
it-
like, I'm not
Wait,
saying I'm her,
I
but
don't,
like,
I don't think the question is it possible or is it unprecedented? I think the question is, can we individually likely do it? And I just think the answer is
I don't
no.
think I'm her, but like, I just think like cycling has got to be more fucking competitive than like if I chose a random sport, right? And I just fully
Yeah, but
locked in.
it's to me that sounds like the reason you know about this story is because it's such an exception.
That could be
Like
true.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But dude, I'm
I
a
also don't think
beast.
that like I think my overall take is that I don't think like you should I don't think you should use the fact that you can't become the best to stop you from improving and getting better. Right? Like for example, like I'm probably never going to be in the Olympics for climbing, but I think it's really hype that in the course of a year I started off barely being able to do V1s and V2s, and now I'm trying to do my first V7. Like that's hype. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm sure I'm not doing a V17 or whatever, but like that's hype. Even though so I feel like I feel like I feel like with anything it's not necessarily about being the best. I feel like it's just about improvement and challenging yourself.
I mean, that's true for a lot of things, right? Like, I think that sports is probably one of the most true ones for that. So, I definitely get you. But I don't know. I think you guys are underselling yourself a bit. I do think that maybe with I think you'd have to pick the sport, but I think that I'm probably in between where Nerdy and Silver are. And that's also for, like, everyone. I don't think that anyone needs, like, a particular set of skills or, like, a physique to be able to get into... Obviously, I think you do for certain sports, but I would say that for the ones that you would only need to train for 4 years for, I think you could probably get into something. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
maybe...
yeah, no. If I could listen, if I could train for 4 years in climbing, in like doing 12 hours a day nonstop, dude, I would get insane. No, I would get really good. Obviously, I totally agree with that. But I Olympic level, probably not. Because there's just someone else that like is already Olympic level that's going to do that too, and they're going to be even better, most likely. And
Damn,
like
yeah, that's
that's
a good way
okay.
of putting it.
That
That's a
doesn't
really
mean
good way of putting
that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be cool if I did that. I think it would be awesome if I got that much better. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from practicing the amount that I am. But like I think it's really cool in a way that you can think about. You can think about it like this, right? Like sure, like the ceiling is so high, is how I think about it. Like what in whatever it is, like. I'm just using climbing because that's what I know, but this could go for anything. Like the fact that there's the ceiling is just so incredibly high makes it really fun. It's like there's no end in sight, you know. It's just there's so much room to improve. I think that's really exciting for me. I guess I'm not trying to be pessimistic. For me, it's very cool.
No, I get that.
Wait,
I don't think
what?
we're blaming you for being pessimistic if you're saying that you don't think you can get in. So what was your
Yeah.
what about?
Dude, there's an esports Olympics, and they had Fortnite, and then Epic Games was like, nah, like, we're not a part of this at all, or something like that.
What?
What?
It follows like they do. Wait, like what is like archery? They do archery and they do tic-tac-bow. Like what is tic-tac-bow? Oh, a short explainer of tic-tac-bow.
Is it just tic-tac-toe with a bow?
Wait, what? I can't watch
It's
this
aim?
video.
Is it like the one
Is it
Twitch
Minecraft?
Rivals thing that Feinberg did, like at the end game with the
Yeah, but
4 in a
is
row
this
thing?
How is this
What's
an
that shit called?
esport? This isn't even a game.
Wait, Oliver's saying it's just a mobile game ad. It's not real games.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I don't know. That's what Oliver said.
Well, Oliver could be trolling.
Oliver
They did
notoriously is a little
chess.
troll.
They did chess. Okay, but I don't know who the hell are these people that won.
All right. Well, we've yapped about this one, and I know that chat's heard us yap about. Well, heard more HBG members yap about this one. I do think that it's a pretty I think it's a pretty good question though. Okay, I'm gonna go for a little bit more of an interesting one, if you guys don't mind gathering back towards the middle of the platform while we get the next question up and running.
Yep.
Okay, let me just cross this one out on my list. All right. I'm gonna ask Dylan, would you rather have a content creation, MCSR, identity, or wildcard based question?
Yeah, holy crap. Content creation, identity, wildcard, or what?
MCSR. We'll probably go through them all anyway. It's just like which one
all
you
right,
fancy
we'll
right
start
now.
lighter than we can start lighter then. Hit us with MCSR since everybody's here.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you wanted it lighter, so I might have to switch the order of which I was going to do these.
That's okay. I don't care.
I
love
would not
MCSR.
have made as good friends in a different community as I have in MCSR.
Do we move?
Yes,
Or
go
we're
for
moving?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm still thinking. Give me one moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. No, definitely here.
yeah, okay, I'm good.
All right, it's nice to see that everyone's in the agree section. This is good. This makes me happy as a friend of all of you. Let's go to does anyone want to volunteer to speak their mind first, or should I just pick on one of you? Like a teacher at the front
I
of
can
the
go
class.
first.
Is anyone gonna put their hand up?
I can go
alright.
first.
Okay, Nerdi. There you go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. It's possible that a community out there that exists that would be better. I'm thinking of all of the communities I've been in the past, right? The thing I like about MCSR, like the thing that I think really makes it easy for me to get along with a lot of people is, to be honest, I just feel like the average, kind of people are very intelligent. I feel like on the community, there's a lot of people who I don't know. I feel like this community, like it's crazy. There's so many smart people, and for me, I really enjoy talking to people that are very like academically driven. It's one of my passions, and I'm not saying that people in MCSR are all academically driven, but I think there's something about Minecraft speedrunning that kind of has this appeal to a lot of people who think kind of very like STEM focused things.
Yeah,
and,
I think it's all about being in the woke left, you know. Fastest Mario.
but I guess like I don't know. There's something I just feel like like the average gaming conversation that you have, I feel like is very surface level and oftentimes very toxic. Whereas I feel like MCSR, like I can start talking about philosophy and shit, and people will just like, not everyone, but like some people will find it interesting. Like I think a higher percentage. And so like when it comes to like HBG, I feel like the friends that I've made are all very intelligent, smart people who I really appreciate having friends. They really make me, they push me. They they uh, they engage with interesting conversations. They are very good at critically thinking, things like that. I don't know. I guess like in my opinion, the community is, there's something about it that just feels very I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like this vibe that I just very much so enjoy.
Yeah, I get that. I think that that's true as well. I think that lots of people are quite education driven, I would
Yeah.
say, in MCSR. Like, be that further education or just generally, like, most people are just pretty smart. And I like that.
Yeah.
I agree. Hanging out with smart people is quite cool. Should I let me switch over to let's go to silver runs. Silver runs. Let's talk. Let's talk. You're in the agree section,
Okay.
which is good. I don't want to paint you with a paintbrush and saying like you are the least agreeing person, because you're still in the agree section. So you do think you agree with the statement, I would not have made
Yes.
as good friends in another community as I have in MCSR.
Yes, I think, okay, so here's my thought. I think I'm very lucky. I think I'm very lucky to have found this. Like, it feels like it molds, like, very well with my personality, and I feel like it was lucky that, like, I have these friends that I have, and, I'm trying to think, if I was, like, in other communities, and, like, I pretty much never had any other online friends before MCSR, and I'm thinking about like the games that I was playing, and I think like maybe if I was like if I had become like a pro, like I'm thinking about like the games like a pro like CS:GO player or whatever, because that's like the game I was playing before um MCSR. It like I think I could find some like great communities there, but also it's like CS:GO, so like maybe I wouldn't be able to. Um, and then like although I do think like if I was doing like a different Minecraft thing, there's like a chance like I find another like great fun community to be in, but I definitely still feel very lucky to have found MCSR and be like a part of it and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Makes a lot of sense, because I think that we are all agreeing with that. At least we all agree that we are we're all in the agree section. Dylan, I'll come to you.
Yeah, so I'm not like strongly agree, just because I think, it's possible that this exists elsewhere. I don't want to like deny that. I do think it's like, I could step forward and to strongly agree, and it wouldn't really be a big deal. Though, like I feel like the MCSR community is like it's like a hidden gem, and I think the reason that it's a community that's filled with like such like nice, kind, smart, interesting people has to do a little bit with the fact that the community itself doesn't exist like a standard like gaming community, in the sense that like you hop into like a COD lobby, you get queued up with a couple people, and then like you don't ever see them again, and those are like the people you talk to. But like the Minecraft speedrun community exists primarily, at least in its early days, like in Twitch chats, where there's like this idea of like social credit, like where if you are a weirdo, you're just gonna get banned, or if you're a weirdo and you don't fit in with the normal kind people, you're just gonna get like ostracized and people aren't gonna like you, which I think is a good thing. So it kind of, I feel like it encourages the good people to sort of like stick around in a sense. And I
Breaking news:
think that
Dylan
the
likes ostracizing people in Twitch chat.
ostracizing bad people from good safe spaces, okay? Relax with the allegations. Yeah, I don't know. So I think it's possible to find this elsewhere, but I just think the conditions for it, especially with it being Minecraft, I don't know, something about Minecraft people are just typically kinder people, I feel like. Yeah, and I definitely agree with the thing Nerdy was saying earlier about like STEM focused people. I wouldn't say I'm a STEM focused person, but I definitely noticed that there's like a lot of you know, people interested in like
Sorry, I
coding.
just switched over to silver
like,
for a second in the
I don't
middle
know,
of
just
that.
academic type of stuff in MCSR. I don't really know what my point is with that, but I definitely noticed that, and I find it pretty interesting. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
can make a
thankful.
joke about real analysis, and people in chat will actually kind of understand. I don't know of another gaming community that would ever happen. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say.
True. I wouldn't know that there was a spot that understands understands this sort of stuff quite as well. And I mean, this goes even to, I think, just general dedication to people as well. Like, I would say that in reality, people that, aren't in school or don't have massive jobs are still really dedicated to MCSR as a whole, in the sense of, like, they'll just spend all day resetting. Maybe you could say that's maybe not, like, the best idea. Maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Maybe you should actually, get a degree or something. But in reality, I think it shows a good work ethic from, like, everyone in the community, be that people that don't play MCSR or, like, don't really aren't in MCSR as much because of things like school or work or whatever, even to those that are, because of how much they commit themselves. And I think that there's a strong sense of, I don't know, there's just a good grind set within the community, for want of a better word. I think that people work hard. And I also agree with the whole, like, intelligence thing. But looping back to the question of, I don't think I would have found as good friends in another community, I would say that I'm slightly different to Silver in this spot, because I think that I have had friends from other communities before. Like, my first stint on YouTube was, like, doing, like, FIFA stuff, football, soccer game, for those that are not in the know, back when I was, very early teenager kind of time. Then I got into the factions community, and that shit's toxic. I know that the UHC scene can be quite toxic, and I know that, other video games are generally quite similarly toxic in that sort of sense. But it does seem as if MCSR is kind of, I think, for the fact that it is quite a small community, means that it's quite friendly and close-knit. But it does also mean that those who are kind of not as friendly are in their own separate groups, if that makes sense. Like, you'll maybe know of some runners, this is more historical than it is current. Some runners you may not agree with, or some people you're not the best friends with, but then there are those people in the community that you do become really good friends with. Obviously, you guys included in that. It's like I'm able to speak to you guys whenever about whatever and feel like pretty, confident and happy and stuff like that. I feel like we've all shared quite a lot of, God, wait, hold on, I'm going to reword what I was about to say. I was going to say intimate, but that makes it sound, a little bit.
You could say that.
Yeah,
could say that.
not sexual, guys. But like, I think that we've shared a lot of private things that mean a lot to us. I'm not going to air them all out on stream now, because that wouldn't be
just to say a list.
Yeah. So, like, I've done this and Dylan's done but I think we can all, I think we can all agree that, at least within HBG, we've shared quite a lot of personal experiences and that sort of stuff, which I think is quite telling of how much we trust each other, I think. And I don't think I've had that sort of level of trust with any other online friends that I've had. I mean, there have been a few, but it hasn't been as paramount as it has been in MCSR in general, because of, like, the sheer number of friends that I've kind of made within this community. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, okay. I think that's the MCSR question kind of done. It was kind of MCSR related. It was kind of not. I didn't want to make it like, I think I deserve a sub 9 or something, like, because it wouldn't really be as interesting. I'm gonna head back to the middle line, And I'll ask the same. I'll ask the same question to. Wait, is it raining? What is this? I think it's
So dark.
raining.
The questions are
It
about to
looks
get.
like a weather.
They're about to get sad, guys. Get ready
Weather
for some
clear. No,
heartbreaking.
weather clearing. Don't worry. Game
Oh,
rule. Do
Sad
weather
question.
false.
Sets it to rain. That should be so funny.
That would actually be really cool. Nerdy, I will ask you the same four groups: content creation, MCSR, identity, or wildcard.
Let's go wild card.
All right. These are your questions. Actually, these are definitely your style of questions.
Okay.
All right. I believe that extraterrestrial life forms exist.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. There we go. I was on the wrong account. Oh shit!
Here.
All right. Okay. We're collectively using one brain cell again. Huh? We're all in the same.
Hey,
sort
I
of
moved
spot.
first. I moved first.
All right. Fine. Well, let's speak about why you moved first, then, Dylan.
Well, I just was Nerdy told me he was gonna go over here. I went a little earlier, so I just okay. No, I'm
You
kidding.
just copied him.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have the greatest argument against it. Is like we exist, so it's subjectively to other things that could exist. We're extraterrestrial and we exist. So I don't know. To say that nothing else exists out there, just it feels maybe slightly naive or like too egotistical. I mean, I could probably come up with a better word, but I don't know. I feel like I don't have a lot to say right now, but I just think something's out there.
Yeah, like I'm gonna steal the mic from you here and say like I kind of I'm in the same boat. I'm not gonna say that there's like humans 2.0 somewhere out there, but I think there's probably like little guys, like little bacteria bullshits that are sentient or something, or
Little gals,
wait.
perhaps.
I swear, didn't they find some shit on Mars already? No.
I mean, you think?
No, they found like water. Water is big.
Oh, they found water?
Yeah.
Okay, well that water means, some shit, right? Like there definitely could be some shit.
Shit. Wait, hold on. No, you kind of right though.
Wait, hold on.
What I mean?
Well, if there's water, who's gonna drink it? Oh shit!
Exactly.
Someone's gotta drink it.
Hey. No, but if you lock in and think about it for a second, he's so right, because...
No.
I am right.
Alright, explain.
Water?
No, you can't just...
His explanation is fucking water. Is that it? I thought you were just pausing for a second. Was that the whole explanation?
Honestly, I just know nothing about this, so I'm just looking up stuff on Google right now.
Oh my god.
Many researchers believe a wet Mars could have been hospitable to alien microbial life. Boom.
Could have... So
Forbes article.
It's in the past. But
Bro's just looking up alien.com. What the fuck is this?
As liquid water is a requirement for life on Earth. Yeah.
I'll let Silver do his research, and then I'll come back to him in just a minute. We'll go to Nerdy, because Nerdy's definitely thought about this shit before. Wait, sorry, wrong person. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the scale of the universe. There is life here, so we know it's possible. The odds of us being the only ones seems very naive to me. The only sentient beings, the only beings of our intelligence level, I think all of that is unlikely. To be clear, I'm not saying that I believe that aliens have visited Earth, okay? I'm not saying that. But I definitely think the odds of there being nothing in the entire universe of our intelligence level or higher, or even just any life in general, I don't know. It just seems like a strong claim to make. I'm not all the way over because I haven't. I don't know. I don't study it. Maybe I'd change my mind if I really studied it, but I'm pretty strongly feel that the odds of there being no life elsewhere in the entire universe seems unlikely.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
It's a good point, Silver.
What, the water or
The
the universe?
The universe is pretty big.
It's
It's got a lot of places in it, and it's got a lot of stars.
Wait, Ophira makes a good point. If aliens don't exist, then how do we have Alien Gathering as a 7 TV?
True.
Yup.
I didn't think about that one. That's kind of smart, actually. Alien
I feel like
Capoeira.
they definitely have aliens at Area 51, like for sure.
Yep. But the left won't let us go there.
Those wokies won't let us look at the aliens.
Yep.
All right, it was a wild card question, but I think it was still pretty. I think we had to. I think it's a thought provoking one, even though we do kind of all agree. We don't obviously have like a massively strong opinion on it, just for the fact that it's hard to have a strong opinion if you don't fully if you don't study the subject or whatever, or you don't like know particularly that much about the old physics and space travel and all that bullshit.
Well, Silver had a strong opinion, and then the first thing he did was boot up Google when you called on him.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm gonna ask a new question, and I'm gonna make Silver stand deadly still, so he has to be. Do you like saying slut? Fuck, no, he moved.
What?
Oh, he was on the strongly agree. I thought I could catch him.
Oh.
Wait, okay, all right. Silver, you can choose between wildcard, MCSR, content creation, or I can't remember what the middle one was, like existentialism or something like.
Content creation.
Identity, right?
Identity,
Yeah.
sure. You want content creation? All right.
Yeah. I love content.
This is like content creation and yeah, okay, cool. Okay, this is actually a pretty I'm gonna give two questions here because I fear that one of them might just like whiff and like not be very easy to talk about. So I might like rattle one off, and if it's really bad, then I apologize. All right.
Good.
It's harder to be original online now because everything has already been done. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? It's kind of tough. I don't really.
Oh, I don't know where to go on this.
It's hard. It's a hard question, I think. Because
I'm gonna stay here.
oh no, you're not allowed to stay on the line.
Oh wait.
Actually,
Yeah, that's a rule. Yeah, that's a rule.
but this is him. I'll go here. Contrarian.
All right, look at him being a little devil's advocate. All right, so the question was, it's harder to be original online now because everything has already been done. Who should I start with? Nerdi, I'm going to come to you first, if that's okay with you. Let's drop in and see what Nerdi has to say.
I mean, I just think there's more access to being able to be online, more people coming up with new ideas. I don't see why it would have gotten any easier. I don't think the difficulty should be demotivating. It should be exciting. Because if you come up with something, then it's, even more unique. Maybe it's harder. It's easier to sort of like yoink and twist because there's so many things. Like there's so much more content that you can yoink and twist from so many different ideas. But personally, I definitely think that things are harder to be a little bit creative than maybe, just purely by the nature of it. Like, I think it's always getting harder, but I don't think that should stop anyone. I'm not like fully strongly agreeing because it's definitely possible to still come up with things and it's not some impossible task, but has it gotten harder? I think that's pretty hard to argue against. I think there's more people, like, it's sort of like asking, like, is speedrunning more competitive now than it was, 5 years ago? Like, probably. Cool. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. That doesn't mean it's impossible. That doesn't mean you can't get good. It's just there's more people doing it. The technology's gotten better. Everything's gotten better. People have gotten better, so it's more competitive now. And I think that's how content creation is too.
Yeah, I mean, like that point is basically what I was pretty much gonna say verbatim. I think that the stuff that I mean, my example is like, when's the last time that there's been an original Minecraft video in my recommended that isn't by Parrot X2? I think that it's a fucking hell of a long time. Like, I mean, people will, people upload certain things that I believe are truly original because they're talking about their experiences or things like that. Or like you say, yoinking and twisting, like taking an already credible and done idea and changing it slightly. Like, hell, this isn't an original idea, is it? Like, this is just like this stream. Sure, I've made it in Minecraft rather than doing it in real life or whatever. But this is just stolen from a YouTuber that I watch, and he stole it from a big channel that I hadn't heard of before I tweeted about this or something. So I think that even though you can come up with original ways to ways to format the idea potentially, I don't think that there's many more original, like fully original things left ever due to the sheer number of sheer amount of content that exists. And I think that I think that is just kind of what content creation has become. Like, I feel like there's very few fully original content ideas anymore, and that kind of makes things tough. I don't know, but equally, you could argue and say, well, everything's technically unique and everything's technically a new idea. Even if you do this and I do this, it's still technically different and whatever, and that's true. Like, I've uploaded videos that other people have uploaded their POVs from, and it's a completely different video, and it's worth watching both. Obviously, in my opinion, you should watch every single one of my videos, but that's not a, that's not a very valid take. It's like, why? However, I think I disagree almost more with the harder to be. Well, I guess it is harder to be original because of it. But I don't think, a bit like how Nerdi was saying, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that people reusing and slightly changing ideas is good because iteration brings more success, or like better formats, right? Like, I think that, someone could eventually copy me and make this slightly different, and as long as they improve on this type of idea, then that's a good thing, in my opinion. Like, if ideas are evolved rather than just taken, that's positive for everyone's content, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
should I go to the contrarian or should I go to the agreeer? I'm gonna go to the agreeer. We're gonna listen to Dylan last.
Okay. I think it's kind of just like how you define original, but the wait, it's harder to make wait, what was the question? Harder to make content.
Harder to be original online now because everything has already been done. Yeah, and it is to do with content creation.
Harder to
Yeah,
be
so
original online now because everything's already been done. I don't think everything's already been done. I think like new shit is happening all the time, and that is just like breeding more new shit. And it's kind of just like how you define original, like Yoink and Twist, is that like original or is that like not? But I don't think it. I mean, I do think it's harder. I do think it is harder. Like, it's kind of debatable because no, I don't think it is debatable. Actually, it's just like if you're thinking about content creation, if you're thinking about like YouTube, like 10 years ago, um, like they had less shit to work with, but there's just less saturation. So, like,
have you
there
seen
was,
the
yeah.
have you seen the graph about like the number of channels that have different levels of subscribers?
It's a
Actually
bit of a sticky
unreal
one
to
still.
to see. I wonder if I've got the thing to pull up. I think. Sorry, let me pull it up. I know that it's on my emails somewhere. I'll let you keep yapping, and I'll show the tweet. Send this to
Well,
you.
I don't know. I just don't think. I don't think that there's too like um.
Hold on, I need to go back.
I disagree.
Was the question for Minecraft specifically, or was it like content creation in general?
It wasn't fully about Minecraft, but like I think that we can take it as Minecraft due to the fact that we're mostly Minecrafters here.
I'm mostly thinking Minecraft. It might be different in other communities.
Sure. I would mold my answer mostly around Minecraft as well, just for that fact, because I think that, you know, again, oh, did I just put on the helmet? That's so okay. Hold on. Hopefully that didn't break anything. No, it didn't. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, IKEA. Yeah, like, so sorry, Silver. You were saying that you think that most of them, mostly it's not that everything's been done, but it's still harder to be original.
It's just about the saturation that makes it harder, but it also is just completely dependent on how you define original. It's like you said, like everything, like if just a new person is doing them, then you can just like consider that original. But then also like if as long as it's not a fucking repost, then you can just consider that original. But also like you could just, I don't know, like if you're trying to think of like completely original stuff, then like it has to be insanely experimental, which is just like, I don't know. There's just like there's different formats that like lots of different stuff fits in. Like even for instance, like if you're like writing a story or whatever, then there's like the fucking rising action, the climax, and the whatever, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is just like the template, and so like technically it's not like completely original, but fucking every book ever is like written with that.
Mm.
And they're still original books, I would say. Like in my opinion, it's still original books.
Yeah, no, that's a fair enough point to make. I think that, yeah, like, I guess it's a good example to say about the difference between, you know, originality. I think that mostly people are original, like, with most of the YouTube uploads. Obviously, there are, like, reaction content and things. I mean, would you consider that original? Because as long as you're adding something kind of transformative, but you are, like literally reacting to someone else.
I just don't know like what I would I just don't think like I feel like if we're trying to answer this like as like a group or whatever, we have to like come to a conclusion together on what is like original. Like for me, I don't like it's just like I don't know. It's just weird. It's like hard to say.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to say.
That's pretty tough. I understand. Dylan, we'll come to you. You're oh, I really wanted to quickly show the thing on stream. I'll send it to you guys as well in the Discord chat in case you wanted to look. This is this is a graphic showing the success of different YouTube channels. And they've determined the baseline to be 5 subscribers, which because they've said like, you know, you could have your family subscribe to you or whatever, that like, so
Yeah.
it can you know, pretty much they've assumed that everyone who's ever uploaded a YouTube video has 5 subs, which isn't fully true, but for this comparison, I think it's pretty reasonable. And like, it was framed in the whole like maybe your YouTube channel is more successful than you think it might be, but I don't know. Like I always thought that getting to something like, I don't know, 100,000 subs wouldn't be 1% of all YouTube channels. Like,
Yeah,
I thought it would be.
right?
I thought it would be
It is
way
a
less.
lot,
than
wow.
that. Yeah, you know what I
That's a
mean?
very high number.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
wow.
maybe I'm tripping there, but like 1 in 10 gets to 100,000. Sorry, I misspoke there. Like 1 in 100 gets to 100,000, and then 1 in 1,000 gets to 1,000,000. Pretty much. Like maybe
Pretty
that's
crazy.
Yeah.
maybe that's all because of like shorts and stuff have been changing the landscape of YouTube and such. But it feels like even though that number actually is a, you know, a huge number of subs, there's more people than I think with that sub count. So
That
I
is
don't know.
cool.
Maybe I'm trolling, but yeah, that was just a graphic that I thought might be semi relevant to this conversation either way. I'll go back to the Minecraft scene. And Dylan, we're ready to talk to you.
Okay, so I mean, the only reason I'm here is probably because of my interpretation of the word original. I don't know. Silver kind of brought up a thing at the end there where he's talking about how it's kind of hard to define like what is technically original. And if I mean, I do agree with like everything that Nerdy said in the sense that it's definitely hard to come up with like new ideas in the sense that a lot of things have just been done. Like you can't really deny that in this current age of YouTube, like it's easier than it was in the past because people are just more active and more creative and it's more competitive. But I'm sort of taking the approach of you can kind of steal people's ideas and change them a little bit and use them as inspiration. So like, is that original? I don't entirely know if you're. It depends on what degree you like, how closely related they are. But I think that there's a lot of videos, a lot of thumbnails, a lot of ideas out there now, and because there are so many of them, you can use them as inspiration and come up with I don't want to say new ideas, but like ideas that feel pretty new and pretty fresh. Like you can take things from other communities and like put them in Minecraft. I'm sure there's examples of this I can't think of, but there's just so much on the internet that you can use for inspiration. You also have access to like ChatGPT. You can just ask ChatGPT to give you like 50 ideas for a Minecraft YouTube video, and maybe it spits out 50 horrible ones, which is probably going to happen, but it's going to give you like tons of inspiration, tons of like ideas just floating through your brain. And I think that um, it's there's an argument for it being, not necessarily incredibly hard to come up with good
Yeah.
YouTube ideas these days. And you can just do things better than other people too, for sure. Like, yeah, there's so many people making the same copy paste content out there. You can just be better. You can just like want to do better and be better, I think.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. So you actually, but you've been on so you're on the disagree side. Do you think it's not harder to be original? Or you
I mean,
do?
if you're being if you're being literal with the sense original, I do think it is harder to be original because there are so many. It's so impacted. There's just so many people doing YouTube and competing. So I mean, I would technically agree with that as a literal statement. But when it comes to like making good content that isn't like just completely stolen, I think I would maybe disagree a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I like that. I'm glad that someone at least like, is this like the first time we've had a disagreement between the four of us? Okay, yeah, I mean the other one was the
The
Olympics one. That's
Okay,
that's
in
true.
reality, I was gonna go to agree, but I just didn't want to follow.
Yeah, I thought you might have done. I thought you wanted to change your mind on it. Anyone else got anything to add on this one?
Nah.
You? Did I not come to you, Silver? I'm sorry.
No, I said
I apologize.
nah.
Oh, I thought you said me.
don't.
My fault.
I heard me too.
What did-
I heard
Came
me
to
too.
me.
What did Nerdy
Oh,
say?
my fault.
I heard it nah or yeah.
I said nah.
Nerdy said no.
Okay.
Alright, that's good. Alright, I'm gonna back up to the middle then, and let's do another question. Ooh, I get to pick a category now. Ooh, yay.
Yay.
Well, you already know the questions. This isn't fair. Silver, get your butt back here.
Oh, my fault.
Alright.
My fault.
Okay. Alright. Oh, I haven't been crossing out the questions.
Do I
Let
like
me,
badass holding this trident?
No. Hold
Yeah,
on,
you
I'm gonna
kinda
get an
do,
item to
though.
hold. It's gonna be so much cooler that you
hell?
tried it.
What the fuck is that? Is that a lever?
It's kind of goated. I like that. I'm looking at it from above as well.
What about a piece of string? Oh, wait, I thought it was gonna be like when you place it. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Oh
Weather
my
has
God,
been
man.
set to rain because of the next question that I'm
Whoa.
about to ask.
Whoa.
Shit.
When was the last time you cried?
I have already obtained my final any percent PB in MCSR.
Can you say that? Sorry, can you say that again?
I have
I would take
already
my final-
obtained my final any percent PB in MCSR.
Can I go like here?
Yeah, that's where I'm standing, buddy.
All right, let's go.
All right. Let's go to the person that I think is the most confident in the fact that of this question. Let's go straight to our good friend Silver from Silver Runs.
I am a better runner than I've ever been before, and I'm an active runner, and so I just don't ever see a world where I never have another RSG arc and just PB easily. Like, easily PB. Because I have entered the end ahead of, like, PB pace, like, fucking, like, 10 times or some crazy shit. And they all just died because I choked the 0 or I just, like, didn't get a perch. And that's, like, fucked up. But also, like, every single time I ever play RSG, I like, get on PB pace, even in, like, a few sessions. And so, like, I just don't see a world where this is my last PB. I just don't see it.
That's good. I'm glad you're confident about that sort of stuff. Dylan, I know that this question was, well, this question, as some people may know, was derived from an old Dylan quote.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Dylan did once say in call with me that one day you will have your last ever PB. One day you will have your last ever PB. It will be your last ever PB. Like, you will never, you won't ever beat that again. And that will happen.
It's true.
And he also said that it may have already happened to some people. And that's why I kind of wanted to ask it today while Dylan was here, because I think it probably means a lot more to you maybe than it does to anyone else. And you aren't an active runner right now. You haven't actively ran in a little while. And I don't think you plan on massively coming back to it. However, you're not in the strongly agree. You're in like the like, yeah, I'm probably more agreeing than disagreeing, but not like hugely. You're like 60-40 maybe, 55-45.
Yeah.
And with a 951, it's not going to be an easy time to beat. Let me hear your thoughts.
I mean, I think if I wanted to get back into any percent RSG, it like would not be hard at all for me to PB, because there's just been so many micro developments. Like, I watch the ranked runners nowadays play, and it's just like they're pick blocking the obby in their portal. There's just so many little things they have optimized. Like the whole overworld island split is just optimized. And I still build an L portal when I play ranked, which is like once in a blue moon. So there's just so much for me to improve on.
Dude, you played against Tarzo, right?
Yeah, I played against Tazo.
That guy that uploaded the mega video. You beat his ass in like 10 flat. Like, why would you do it? Like, this guy was meant to be.
I know,
this was the new Jesus. He was bringing everyone to MCSR, and then you've stood on him so early.
I actually felt I told him, I was like, hey, sorry man, like I used to be like a top runner. Like, I'm not just like your average Joe down here in the Stila. I'm a cosmetic.
So you flexed as well. So you beat him and then flexed and said, "Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not even meant to be playing you right now, man. I should be up with the rank one."
Because I was like, hey man, I loved your video, and he's like, oh thanks. He's probably like, oh, this is a fan, and then this fan just like gets a 10 flat on him or whatever it was. He's like, damn, like what the hell happened? No, I don't know. I felt like I had to explain, like, yo, like you're making good progress, man. Like, don't be discouraged by the fact that like I'm not just like a random guy. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't remember what I said. But yeah, I guess I did kind of flex on him a little bit. Yeah, I guess the reason I'm like slightly leaning towards I won't get another PB is just because I haven't felt the drive to get back into Minecraft in like a very long time. I don't know.
That's surprising.
To get into speedrunning specifically, yeah.
Okay.
Just I don't know. Like, I'm coming from the perspective of like there was a point in time where I was like very close to like the best, like 3 or 4 years ago. And to join up again nowadays and be like, I don't know, like, you know, I could probably pretty easily crack like top like 200 or something easily. But
dude, you could do that today. Like that wouldn't be a problem.
I don't know the
I'm
numbers.
fucking top 200 in like ranked probably. You're way better than me.
Oh, I didn't mean ranked. I meant like just skill level.
Just like in general. I mean, I think ranked's a good determiner of that. I don't think there's
okay.
many,
Actually, yeah, you're probably right.
I don't think
I
there's
could probably
many
get,
people
like-
not in ranked that are like not. Okay, fuck you, Andronicus. I'm 313th. I had a few losses last night. Cut me some slack, bro. Leave me out.
Damn.
Fuck you.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Getting called out for that live with the elo command in chat is
Wow.
wild.
It's diabolical. No, I don't know. I just don't see myself getting back into it. It's just it all comes down like I don't want to. It's hard for me to be like, oh, I want to get back into doing this when I'm just like not gonna be anywhere close to like the I don't want to say the skill level, but like the skill level at the time from like what I was back in the day. You know what I mean? And I just have to put in so much work to get to like that skill level again. Not that skill level, but that you know, like what? How do I word that? Like the skill level in the context
like the
of the time.
percentage, yeah, like your leaderboard position hypothetically,
Something like that,
kind
yeah.
of thing. Yeah, I see your what you're trying to say there.
Yeah, and I got a lot of enjoyment out of like if you probably would, I don't know if you would remember this, but like in my first week of speedrunning Minecraft, I got into like the top 10, and so I just started at a time where like there wasn't a lot of people, and I maintained my like top runner status for a long time, and then so it's like to join up nowadays and be so far behind, I just don't. It doesn't seem like something I would enjoy. I like the competitive nature of Minecraft speedrunning, and I don't feel like I have the time to invest into it to be competitive, and I just. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever speedrun again. I like when I get a PB, I like it to be a PB that I'm like proud of in the context of like the leaderboard. And I just think to get a time like that nowadays, it would be a time that I don't want to invest my time into. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say sub 10 is disappointing these days. Like I still think that's a very top runner time, if you will. But, like, I definitely get your point, and I'm kind of standing right next to you probably for a similar reason. Like, even though I'm still heavily entrenched in MCSR, the number of resets that I do are so infrequent. At least they have been since, I don't know, maybe January or February. Because I just, frankly, haven't really cared. Like, I don't want to... I don't know. Like I enjoy MCSR. I'm not sick of MCSR, and I don't dislike the community. I don't dislike making content around the community, but I definitely dislike resetting raw. Or at least I did for a while, and then you know, seed queues kind of come around, and that's helped things out a little bit. But I would say that in reality, the problem that I face is that I think I got a PB that's pretty similar to my skill level, right? Like I don't think that I think a lot of runners in MCSR will say, "Oh yeah, but I'm better than my PB," or like I play at a higher level than my PB is. I don't think that particularly about myself. I don't think I'm a sub 10 runner. I don't think I'm, you know, much better than my PB actually lays me out to be. So I think I would have to actually commit time to the getting better at MCSR aspect of things before then also committing a bunch of time to doing resets frequently. And, you know, I'll still pull up seed queue every so often and do, you know, do 10 nethers an hour or something, and like that, and I'm happy with that. But will I get a PB again? I don't know. I don't know if this is the end. You know what I mean? I say that as a man who's got on PB pace and then to this week. Like, and that's fine, but the fact is, I don't know if I'm going to do resets now for another month after doing that. So
exactly.
I feel like I would have to get like decently better at speedrunning to be able to then move forward and maybe PB again, because I wouldn't I don't know. I just wouldn't consider that to be what I think I could do. Maybe that's just me being unmotivated, or maybe that's just me putting myself down or something. I don't mean to be. I don't know why the PB command's not working. My PB is at 1051. I'm like I say, I'm pretty happy with that. And if that is my last PB, I was saying it at the time when I did it. If that is my last PB, I'm not disappointed in myself. Like, I think that that's respectable,
That's good.
and I'm happy with that for my own like well-being. But a person who hasn't speedrun in a little while, well, actually, I don't know that to be entirely true, to be fair, because I do think that he does speedrun more offline than I know of. The only person that we've not spoken to, who, let's remind you, is in the strongly disagree category of this. Nerdy,
Oh, yeah.
you strongly disagree with the statement, I have obtained my final any percent PB in Minecraft speedrunning. Tell me why.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it's a bad mental to think that you have. I think if you think you have, then even if you don't plan on going back, it's just not worth thinking about. There's no good that can come from that thought. There's only demotivation. And if you're wrong and you have that thought, then man, that's too bad. And if you're right and you had that thought, then it's neutral. So in my opinion, unless you're going to use it as some way to like, okay, I'm going to go like create the greatest charity of all time and save 10 million children's lives because I'm not dedicating this time to Minecraft speedrunning. I think if you are passionate about the hobby, I don't think you should define yourself as I'm not a sub 10 runner. You could get the seed, you could get the luck, you could get whatever. You could also improve a lot. You could get, like, I think just defining yourself as the capabilities of what you're able to achieve currently as some kind of unchangeable whatever, I don't think that's a good way to think about it. For me, I know that if I got a better PC, if I put in the time, if I put in the work, I could absolutely get a better time, especially than 1301. That's just a terrible time.
But will you?
I think I could even get like a sub 10. No, I mean, I think once I get a new PC, I think that will motivate me a lot to do runs again. I think that's like the big thing that I feel personally very like, it feels very grindy to not have wall after having played it on Silver's PC once. It was very nice, and like ever since coming back, it's definitely a little bit demotivating, and also it's very laggy for me to like record the game and stuff. So I definitely think that's kind of my main demotivator right now, I would say. And I definitely plan on getting a new PC within the next year or so, which I know I've been saying for a long time, but I really do mean it. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it's worth thinking about. It'd be one thing if you're thinking about like your rank, because your rank is something that is over a long period of time. It is many games, it's whatever. And like currently it kind of gives you a sense of where you are on average. But I think with PBs, there's just so much variance that can happen. You can totally just become that lucky runner, or you can be the unlucky runner. And so in either case, I think defining yourself as, by some time, I think it's just not a good way to think about it. I think it's probably better to just focus on improvement, and I think with that mindset, I think absolutely you could get it.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I think for me, it's almost like from a place of me being content. Like, it's almost more the fact that I don't feel like I need to prove anything more. Like, for a long time, I knew that my PB was worse than how my performance level. I was sub 13, but not sub 12 for, I think, a year and 3 months, and I had like a sub 9 end enter, and it's like everything was really like I had a sub 9 end enter in call in HBG, and there was a lot of reasons that I feel like, well, not a lot of reasons, but a lot of times where it felt like I was truly better than what my PB said. But now I feel like I'm content with my PB, and I don't feel like I need to grind anymore. So I kind of agree with you with the whole, like, don't be disheartened, and don't try and don't put yourself down as such. But I don't know if it's coming from a place of putting myself down or not believing that I could. It's more the fact that I don't think I need to, and I feel like maybe that might motivate me less. But maybe you're right. Maybe the fact that I'm thinking in that way is part of the reason that I'm motivated less.
I think you're too like results driven, which like it's something that I've been trying to change in my own kind of thinking about the world. I think you want to think of it like a process. And if you're not enjoying the process and you don't think you're getting anything out of the process, then that's okay. I'm not saying everyone needs to speedrun and everyone needs to beat up on themselves for not speedrunning. I'm not speedrunning right now. But what I am saying is, if it's something you're really passionate about, like for me, I know the moment I get a PC, I know I'm going to feel motivated again because I think it would be really fun for me to try and, get better and get back into the game. And maybe I'd beat my PB quickly. Maybe it would take me a year. I don't know. Maybe I'd never do it. But at the end of the day, I feel like the important thing is to, I think the important thing is to try and see it as something that you can strive for, but it's not necessarily like if you get another PB, then you won and you're good and you're good. I don't know. I try to think of it. I think RSG is hard because it's so like single outlier seed based, whereas other things it's more easy to track your progression. Like in a video game, like going up a rank is a lot easier, or it's a lot more consistent with your skill. Whereas I think getting a new PB at first is really easy, but once you get down to like the world record pace and even a little bit slower than that, I think it becomes a lot more like like I said, like outlier based. But in either case, I think you should try and I don't think it's worth thinking that you are incapable of beating your PB, because I think that would the worry I would have there is that would be demotivating you. Like that in and of itself would make you feel content, if that makes sense, rather than an actual place of sort of self compassion. I could be wrong. That's what I worry. At least with
you're
myself.
probably correct. You're probably correct for me at least, because I know that, like, for someone like Dylan who's standing alongside me, or at least was 5 minutes ago. I mean, we've been yapping about this for a little while, so he's probably got his little ADHD brain on and started running around. There he is. Look, there he is. Hiya. There he is. Hello. Yeah, like, I think Dylan's slightly different because he doesn't constantly create content, and it's not like he does things to do with MCSR all the time. But I think for me, it's a little bit different in the fact that I might genuinely come back to RSG grinding someday. But equally, I think that the content in and of itself of grinding is not always entertaining, and I think that also demotivates me quite a lot. Like, I might, I've done a seed queue stream this week, and numbers wise and chat wise, it felt like it was slower, and it felt like it was less entertaining for other people, meaning that it was less easy for me to stream that sort of thing because of, because I would struggle to, I'd struggle to stay motivated to stream because fewer people were enjoying the stream, sort of thing, if that makes sense. And if fewer people are enjoying that type of stream, why would I want to speedrun more? It's a tough one. It's a double-edged sword, I think. So, but yeah, Nerdy, that is very good to hear, and it makes me happy that you'll maybe speedrun again sometime soon. That's always a happy moment.
With definitely within a week of getting a PC, I will try and beat my PB. Not within a week. I'm saying within a week I will start the grind. Yeah.
So within a week of getting the PC, you will have started. You will start doing the speedrun stuff again.
RSG, yeah.
Okay, cool. Uh-oh. Is it gone forever, Silver?
Oh, wait, no, hold on. Dude.
Oh, hell no, I gotta do reparation.
Oh, no.
That
was Dylan. That was Dylan.
No, it
That was Dylan. That was fucking Dylan.
Wait,
He told me
hold
to.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Just
We can do.
Can you just
is there another
like,
A
do
we can
this
do?
one right here? Yeah.
It's not lined up
I just
correctly.
can't fucking
Okay, I
grab
need to go to the
it,
bathroom.
dude.
I'll be right back.
Okay, go for it.
You guys fix it.
I'll
Oh,
fix this.
shit.
Silver, you always mess up. Sorry, sorry.
Fucking shoot you with my bow.
Yeah, it's not lined up. What about this one though? Oh. Oh shit! Oh yeah!
Oh, that's perfect.
Dude, I'm... Wait.
How are you grabbing them, Dylan? Isn't there
Control
that-
click the MBT data.
Oh.
Fuck, man, this
Yeah.
is gonna be
Keep
so
grabbing
difficult.
more A's.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Fuck.
Wait.
That's not.
Everyone is-
Sorry for those that are they're trying to repair this. By the way, we have to try and find what. Wait, is this? Hold on, is this? Hold on. Don't pick this shit up. Hold on. Relax.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Hey, that's definitely not the. Oh, it doesn't
Did you just-
drop. Wait, hold on. I can get this.
Yeah.
Hold on. Relax. I've got it.
Break another.
I thought it would
62?
shot. I
Hold on.
shot it with a bow. I
63,
thought it would
64,
drop.
56, 65, 66. Relax. I've got it. 65,
Oh shit.
66. I'm the guy.
Oh,
Yup.
I DM'd him the
yup,
fix,
yup,
by the way.
Yup.
I DM'd him that. I told him to do that.
Yeah, thanks.
You
Thank you
didn't
for
tell
that,
him to
Dylan.
do
You,
that.
you
You're
did,
welcome.
you did tell me to do that, actually. I forgot about that. Alright, well, we've got no nerdy for a minute. So what do you think what should we talk about for the 5 seconds that we've got spare?
My fault.
Let me remove the word.
I don't know. That's so hard. There's so many little things to talk about. What's something no one's ever talked about?
That's a good question. Do you think there's anything anyone hasn't ever spoken about, Dylan?
Yeah. Why? I don't know. I can't think of something.
Why don't
good
Dylan,
point.
Nerdy, Feinberg, silverrruns, and Barack Obama speedrun Minecraft together while eating a birthday cake and sharing a meal of tuna fish sandwiches? I don't think anyone's thought of that before.
Yeah,
I
think
just
you're-
thought of it. Sorry.
we
That's
just
pretty
all just thought-
smart.
Why is Dylan always sleeping with Nerdy's mom?
Okay, dude.
Ooh.
Actually, that's a bad one. A lot of people probably think about
Okay, god damn it. Okay, Dylan, I'm leaving the call. See you guys later. I can't.
that. No, sorry. I was mostly kidding.
We look like a really shitty boy band right now.
Wow.
Wait, look, I got the
Shaders on and
microphone.
everything. This looks
I got the. Wait, fuck.
Where's your stupid little trident?
I got the guitar.
Hey!
Wait, no, this is the fucking. What is that? What is that? Oh wait, that's not an instrument. That's for toning.
Pitch, bro, got a pitchfork.
A tuning fork.
I got a tuning fork. I'm just like not even in the band. I just.
It's
do
taller
shit.
than you.
Bro, it's
Why
the
is it
fucking
so big?
sound operator, a sound engineer. That ground zero coming to your ears very soon.
That ground zero.
I can't believe we did that.
Standing still. Still. All right, let's answer the next question.
We're not even building up. Sorry, I'm eating a
sorry.
original breadstick. Breadsticks made with olive oil, 7%. Shout out breadsticks.
What does that mean, an original breadstick?
I don't know. That's
As
just what
opposed to so an unoriginal breadstick? I just don't understand.
I don't know. That's just what it look.
We can't see it.
Oh right, I'm showing stream though. It says original
Oh, I-
breadsticks. Like I don't know why. Made in Italy. They were made in Italy.
Mm.
Baked
Alright, we'll
light
just take
and
their word for
crunchy with 7% olive oil. Let's go.
Oh, they were made in Italy.
Oh, that's
Dude,
why
I don't
they're
think I've ever
original.
had- I don't
They're
think
from
I've
their
ever had any
origin.
food made from Italy before.
Close
What
enough.
about
Welcome back, One Direction. That is us. Who knew?
No, that's not what I
Okay.
meant.
I know.
Identity question because we've not had an identity question yet.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I just fell out the fucking sky. Cameraman just died, bro. Okay. Life has no inherent meaning, and it's up to us to create our own.
Why is making that sound? The Five Nights at Freddy's sound. Insane for the context of this question. Is Nerdy here?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Okay, fair enough. Nerdy's debating whether or not. Actually, I don't want to
No,
say
I'm there.
to influence
I'm
his
there.
decision.
I'm there.
Oh, okay.
All right. We'll go with Sylv for the Five Nights at Freddy's theme.
No, wait. No. I'm here. Sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot.
I was like,
No,
you can
I
change your
forgot.
answer.
Yo,
that's
what the
alright.
hell happened?
No, I forgot.
Oh crap! You forgot.
So,
Life has no
Silver,
he know?
you believe that life has no inherent meaning and it's up to us to create
Yes.
our own.
Yes, I think that life has no inherent meaning because we're just motherfuckers on a rock, and
Shit, when you
it's
put it
up
like
to
that,
us
though,
to create our own.
Actually, when you put it like that,
Yeah.
though, I might have to.
Dude, we're just motherfuckers on a rock, dude. And then, yeah, you can kind of just like do whatever the fuck you want.
That's
It's true.
I mean, I guess he's not wrong. You
We
can't.
do
You
be
can.
spinning.
You can just kind of do whatever you want. But is that
You
is
can
that?
speedrun Minecraft.
Do you think that that means that because we can do whatever we want, we have to make our own meaning of life?
You don't need a meaning. You you can have a meaning if you want one.
But do you think you do have a meaning, or do you don't have a meaning?
Do I have a meaning?
Yeah.
Well, probably right now it's to be happy and make people happy.
Shit. Okay, but you don't think that's a life's inherent meaning? You don't think life's inherent meaning is to be happy?
No, you don't have to be happy.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Surprising. All right. Dylan, you're in this category as well. Let's
Yeah, I think I have a similar answer to Silver. I think well, can you repeat the question actually, just so I have like a clear.
Life has no inherent meaning, and it's up to us to create our own.
Yeah. I used to be religious, so I would have disagreed with this then, and then I went through like I would say I'm like, I don't want to give the exact philosophical belief that I hold because I wouldn't be confident in knowing.
Boo! Boo! Tell us all your whole life
No,
story.
I don't even know.
Air
The
out your
reason I say
business
is
on
because
stream.
like I don't know. But I saw somebody in chat say optimistic nihilism, and I feel like that's probably somewhat close to where I'm at. But let me think. Wait, hold on. I'm reading the question into the chat again.
Yeah, I pinned it.
Yeah, I just think that to think that life has an inherent meaning, you have to believe in a god or something, and I don't. I'm really curious to see what Nerdy's going to say back there. To be honest.
Yeah, I'd agree because Nerdy's pretty he's not a god-fearing man. Let's say that much.
Not a god-fearing man, but he's disagreeing with this take. So I'm wondering if he's being a contrarian or like what his reason.
No.
I'm very curious. Yeah, I just don't think that life has an inherent meaning. I think it's up to us to create our own. You don't have to come up with your own. I'm not actually confident that maybe everybody has their own, even if it's like be depressed if you want. I don't know, but I think that for me, mine is just very similar to Silver's. I think it's maximize my own happiness without infringing on like the happiness or like the well-being of other people. And I think that if you make that the meaning of your life, you can interpret happiness as like whatever you're passionate about, whatever you enjoy doing. And I think that maximizing those things that like fill you with positive feelings, I think that's just good. And I mean, if with this belief I create the meaning of, I get to determine what I want the meaning of my own life to be, and I think that's my answer.
Makes sense. We'll come to Nerdy, and then I feel like we might have to come back to you, Dylan, because I feel like Nerdy's gonna shatter our earths.
Yeah, he could change. I don't know what he's gonna say. I'm curious.
Nerdy.
Yeah. Okay. This is something actually that I've thought a lot about recently. First of all, I do think that the question, I think someone in chat said this. I do agree that the question I think is a little bit of a contradiction in and of itself, because I think the fact that it's up to us to create our own is a meaningful statement in and of itself. It's implying that we can create it and that we ought to, which to me implies some sort of meaning. I used to be very nihilistic last year until I read a Nietzsche quote, which was, I'll read it now. A nihilist is a man who judges the real world, who judges that the real world ought not to be, and that the world as it ought do not exist. According to this view, our existence, action, suffering, willing, feeling has no meaning, and this in vain, in the nihilist's pathos, is an inconsistency on the part of the nihilist. So this quote is like really, it sounds really obtuse, but basically the contradiction that it identifies that was really helpful for me to get out of like a sort of dark nihilistic place. The reason why I like this quote a lot is because basically it's saying that if you worry at all that the world has no meaning and that that it would be so much nicer if the world had meaning, then you are in and of itself, there's a contradiction within that, because what you're saying is that sort of the world itself, there's something bad that should be different. And that in and of itself is a meaningful statement. So the way that I think about it now is that it's possible that the world is not meaningful and that there's no meaning out there and that there's nothing whatever. But the way I think about it now is that if it is true, then that statement is vacuous and there's no point in even considering it because the world is meaningless. And if it's false, then sort of my own read of the world is wrong. So it's kind of like this. I guess what I'm trying to get at is I'm not saying that I disagree that maybe it's up to us to create our own meaning in the world, but I don't like the initial sort of condition that life has no inherent meaning. I think that's no, I would not say that.
It might have an inherent meaning. It might not have an inherent meaning.
It's sort of like the free will question, where I feel like logically we probably don't have free will, but I'm not going to change any of my life decisions or think about things differently because of that.
Okay.
So you're not like you're not strongly disagreeing with the question. You just don't know. Is that what I'm picking up, or did I like miss something here?
It's up to us to create our own meaning. I would probably agree with, because I'm not a religious person.
Sure.
But life has no inherent meaning, I think is a vacuous statement. I think you're like.
And for those people that don't know what vacuous means, that means if I was reading it on the back of a cereal box, it would say mindless is the word that springs to mind.
I just mean that it's meaning. It's sort of like if you were having a conversation with someone and then they said, and then they said something like I don't believe in logic. Like the statement itself is just so contradictory that it basically makes everything else vacuum. Like, there's no how do I explain the word vacuum? It's like empty. It removes all there's no meaning to it. The second that you grant that as a true condition, then everything else falls apart.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Okay.
Because if there's no inherent meaning, then like, why would my
then
meaning?
you can't
like,
say it's up
like,
to
I
us
just
to
can't.
create our own. You can't say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I get it.
And
Also,
if you're
I think
upset
I'm
that
kind of
there's
in the
no-
wrong spot too.
If you're upset that there's no inherent meaning, if you're upset that there's no inherent meaning, then your sort of feelings disagree with that, and if you're happy about it, you're optimistic, then you're upset. You have to be completely neutral to that. You have to, I don't know, you have to basically remove like all sort of all your beliefs become vacuous, in my opinion, the second you say that. Like saying that the world is truly meaningless, then like killing someone would be vacuous. There'd be no meaning to it. I don't subscribe to that belief. It's possible, it's true, but I don't live my life like it's true at all in any way.
Okay. So you technically think life does have a meaning, an inherent meaning.
Like it's very similar to the free will question. It's just I might be wrong, but I'm not gonna. It's worthless to think about, essentially.
So if you don't want to think about the opposite, surely you must believe that it does have an inherent meaning then.
Yeah, I'm saying I live my life and I believe as though the world does have an inherent meaning.
But you yourself don't particularly know what that is, but it doesn't bother you not to know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like, if I had the true thought that life did have an inherent meaning and I didn't know it, I think I'd be more freaked out than thinking it doesn't have an inherent meaning. I think that would worry me more.
No. It's not about preventing worry. It's about the fact that if you worry or have any reaction to it, then your worries are incongruent with your statement that the world has no meaning. Is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay. So if you're worried about there not being a meaning, that means that there's a meaning.
Yeah, kind of. Like your emotions are not aligned.
Kind of
with,
paradoxical or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's very paradoxical. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a cool way of looking at it. I don't know, man. Like, for me, I guess I just kind of think that life probably does have a meaning. I just probably inherently, because to me, I read life as a different thing to intelligent life. So, life as a person, I think, with a brain that can think all of this shit is clearly a lot more in depth, and whatever that meaning is a lot more difficult to comprehend than even maybe that we can ever know. But I believe that for other organisms there is an inherent meaning of life, and that usually is something quite basic. But for the fact that we're quite complex and, you know, have sentience and have free will and such, you know, supposedly, then that probably means that we do, or, you know, our life probably does have some sort of meaning, but inherently, the likelihood is that we will just never know what that is. So I don't think creating our own is a bad thing, and I don't disagree with creating your own thing that makes you that gives your life meaning. But I think that there probably is some sort of fundamental meaning that we have that, long story short, no one really knows. So I don't know. Yeah, I hope that this was like a little glimpse into the identity questions, because I don't think we had one yet.
They're juice. This is the best
Yeah,
one
they're
yet.
good juicy. It's
Yeah.
like the normal conversation for us at like 3 a.m.
Yeah. Normal HBG chat, except Silver's
Yeah.
usually doing resets in the background, so this is background noise for him, and now he actually has to think about the question.
The one thing that I was thinking about too is that I don't think it's up to us to create our own. I don't think you have to really, to be honest. I just you don't. I don't think it's up to
I think you
us.
just
It's just
you
that
just
you
do.
can.
I think you
You
just
just-
do though. Even if you say I don't want to, then that's just like you're sort of saying like by doing nothing, you're thinking something. The meaning of your life is that there's no point in
There is no meaning. Okay, yeah.
something like that. I don't know. I'm not entirely confident in this. I don't know how well I'd be able to defend it, but I wonder if there's something there.
Yeah, okay, I guess you're right.
You can't say that the world has no meaning and then immediately follow it with a normative claim that it's up to us. You just can't. You just can't do that. I'm sorry. You just can't. You can't. That's how that works.
I feel like I'm not sold on our emotions being the basis for like meaning does exist because we feel a certain way. I don't know. I'm like very I just feel like I need to discuss it more, but like that's what I would question. I'm not making like a super strong claim here.
Yeah.
But
no, that's fair. I was more talking about.
Yeah, I do like that Nietzsche quote, by the way. But I feel like I use it to support optimistic nihilism, though, whereas you might use it to support your.
I don't know.
Thing.
I don't know what I'd say I am. Maybe optimistic. I mean, optimistic.
I don't know what I'd say I am either.
So like, I like the idea that it's like what I think the way that the way I would frame this is that life's meaning may not exist, and it's very difficult to decipher if it does. But in either case, it is up to us to create sort of to deal with it, to figure out something. I don't know. That's sort of how I'd think about it, and how I'd approach the why I disagree. It's not necessarily that it's a crazy interpretation or something. I think it's fundamentally contradictory or something. But I do feel that it's sort of a little bit not how I live my life, and because of that, I think I don't agree.
That was a good one. I'm happy I put that one in now because there was a lot of yapping for that question. That was, everyone had it. We got through a second round of yapping in that one.
Yeah.
All right, but I feel like we did a lot of thinking and a lot of talking there, so I feel like I have to do a little bit of a goofy one coming up next. Let me.
Let's freaking hear it.
All right.
What's your favorite
This
color?
is an I would rather question. So rather than a would you rather,
how do we answer?
rather than a would you rather, it's an I would rather, right? So
Oh,
you're either
yeah,
strongly agreeing, meaning you would rather, or you're
Yeah,
strongly disagreeing, meaning you wouldn't rather. Know what I mean?
yeah.
No.
And the question is, or I guess the statement, because it's not a question. I would rather have a rewind button for my life over a pause button.
There's
So
so
I
much
would
that
rather
this entails, I feel like.
have a rewind button instead of a pause button.
Yeah, I'm definitely here.
Wait, this is a fucking stupid question because you can just rewind the same.
That's what
okay.
I said.
Yeah. No, wait, no. We've got to put some caveats on this because you can use the rewind like a pause, right? You can just rewind 5 seconds all the time. Every 5 seconds, you rewind 5 seconds. That's not clever. No, you can. Fuck.
That's what I thought.
How do I? Fuck! I thought this was a really good question when I wrote it down, and now I've just thought of a flaw. This is so stupid.
If you couldn't abuse it, it's a good question, but yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like we just need caveats on the fucking.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of caveats that make it good though.
Are the pauses timed?
RSG rules. The rewind
pause
lets
the
you do
world,
stuff over. The pause is like a time stop. I mean, okay, yeah, T-Wax makes a good point, right? Like, maybe that's what I was thinking when I was thinking this. Like, you can't rob a bank by constantly rewinding, but you could by pausing.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Like,
Yeah, I
pausing,
guess, but
a
like
pause
you could
button
just
would like,
rewind over and over until you're a god, and then you can just like rob it.
yeah, like
Wait,
you
I'm
could
confused. Why
rewind
couldn't you rewind
It
if you
takes more
a bunch to rob it?
grinding.
because it would rewind your position as well, right?
Yeah, your position,
Oh.
but the time spot wouldn't stop you.
The time stop
So
would
you-
just allow you to walk into the vault, take all the money, walk back out, and then restart time.
Well,
And then
there's
I was
also
like,
the
what the
argument
fuck
that-
happened?
There's also the argument that if you rewind, your brain rewinds too, so like you don't even know that you've rewinded and you just do the same exact thing. So
Ooh, shit, that's a good point. That's a good
You're
point.
just GG time
so it's
loop.
useless.
Fuck.
It's completely
Yeah.
useless.
No, you're just.
Yo, get me
you
out of here,
fucking
I'm going
fuck
back.
yourself over. No, but it's just like surely that wouldn't work ever because that just doesn't work. Like that just doesn't make sense.
The question just needs so much clarification, I feel like. I don't know. Because that's
Yeah,
how it
okay.
works.
I thought this was a genius idea doing some like would you rathers in here as like a lighthearted one, and I've realized it's just caused 20 times more problems because we've picked apart this question more than the life's meaning question. We care more about a hypothetical rewind or pause button. Right? You know what? Fuck this. Let's just talk about it. If we talk about it, it'll be easy to discuss all of the flaws. Silver, you're up. Why would you want a rewind button?
Because it's better than a pause button. No, but actually, you know what? Though, I wouldn't want this shit. I feel like it would make life like kind of suck ass. I wouldn't want it at all. And wait, actually, now I'm thinking about it, like, why wouldn't I want it? If life has no meaning, then
Oh, little callback! Damn!
Yeah.
then like because my argument was gonna be that taking it would make life meaningless, but
Yeah, you
I
rather
don't
strongly
know.
agree that life already has no meaning.
Yeah. No, I just wouldn't want it because it would be like I wouldn't I wouldn't like to I wouldn't want it. I feel like I wouldn't. I feel like I like my life as it is now, and I wouldn't want that it to change.
Aww.
And but still, if I were to take one, rewind's got to be way better than fucking pause.
Okay. I mean, what do you feel like? I was gonna say, what do you feel like you'd use it for? But then if you're saying you don't want it, then I
Rewind?
guess you wouldn't feel like you'd use it at all.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I just wouldn't use it, I guess. I mean, maybe I would use it, like, maybe if I, like, maybe I just, like, use it to, like, for very small things, like, if I said something really, like, awkward or stupid, I would just, like, rewind real quick, just fix that.
If you threw record, silver cheating arch. Oh my god.
No, dude, I wouldn't do that, though. That'd be too
You
much.
wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't
He's
know
thinking
what I
about-
would do. I would have to set, like, boundaries for myself, but then it's just, like... But I just shouldn't use it at all. I just shouldn't use it at all. I just shouldn't use it at all.
You're dealing with a problem that like there's no guidelines for. It's this ultimate powerful tool. You're like a god, and I think it would just make you depressed. That's why I'm over here. And
Yeah.
there's two outcomes. One, you lose all of your memories when you rewind, so the tool has zero utility at all. Or the other is the way that Silver's interpreting it, where you can use it and remember your memories a little bit and like sort of remember the point that you're rewinding from. And I think that it would be abused. It would like you wouldn't be able to set good enough rules for yourself. You would take advantage of it. You would it'd be very difficult. I think Silver's maybe overestimating or underestimating how challenging it would be to control yourself and to not abuse the thing.
But then you're saying that you'd rather have a pause button. So
because I think that would I think the rewind button would either provide me with no utility, or if it functioned the other way, it would decrease like the value of my life or my happiness, and it would just like make me, I don't know, like a shell of a person who just like abuses it to like get rich, or like I don't know. I just feel like it would fuck me up. Like if I get into a situation where I like try something out and get into like a crazy fight with a friend and then I rewind, I still got into that fight with a friend if I remember it, and I'm not gonna like them anymore. And it's just I just foresee a way where it totally fucks up my life. And I think with a pause button, it's probably harder to abuse it if it functions as intended.
I like that take. I really like that take, actually.
Yeah.
That's very convincing. I really like that. Like the fact that you rewound it still means it happened for you. That's a really, really good a good point in the grand scheme of things. But I fear that I would then become the luckiest man ever and delete every casino from existence because I just constantly know the roulette number that's about to come up, which is, for me, that's my life's meaning. You know what I mean? Like if you really think about it, this would solve a hell of a lot of problems. No, I'm trolling, but like,
No, I'm over here.
wait, Nerdy got convinced by my statement. Holy shit, it worked!
I didn't think about it right. I didn't think about it right.
But like, yeah, I think that, you know, being able to see into the future would solve my, like, I don't think I've got many problems in life, right? I don't think I've got many problems in life. Well, like, the very few problems that I do have are, like, you know, mostly very minuscule. And those could almost all be solved with a rewind button. Because, like, nothing's stopping me from rewinding to, you know, already now to 10 minutes ago, and then, you know, re-asking this question, or, like, asking a different question, or, like, looking over at chat and seeing a different message and thinking about a different thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this obviously gives you unlimited power. But like Dylan said, it
unlimited time.
Yeah, it does. And that
I think that's depressing.
That's like kind of freaky, yeah. So, and the fact of the matter is, it's like, when would you be content? And maybe you never would be. But a pause button, I think, would only be used for like nefarious means. I can't think of a happy reason to use a pause button. You know what I mean? I don't think there's like a positive way of using the pause button. People are like, you know,
flirting. coming up with the perfect line.
To think.
Shit. Okay, you know
Oh,
what? Maybe like in an
yeah.
argument, a debate, or a situation where you need to think on your feet. Sure, I like that.
Like
actually.
RSG, you get a free untimed pause,
Wait,
dude.
true.
Wait.
That's funny, man.
You would just have the no, but then you'd like have the knowledge. No, you wouldn't have the knowledge. If you rewound, you'd have
You
the
just
knowledge.
have to think about
You'd like
it.
you could every 10 obby becomes 20 obby because you'd find what the fucking portal room coordinates are and then rewind to the fucking start, and every time you'd hit a stronghold blind. No, but then everyone would think you're cheating. So you can't even do that.
Yeah. No, honestly, rewind button would kind of suck. I think I agree with Dylan. No, but
You guys
timestop would
suppose?
also kind of stuck, but like rewind would kind of.
I think it's depressing. I think it's the more depressing. I think either one of these is gonna probably make you depressed. You're gonna like try to optimize
Yeah, I
shit that you
think-
just should not be optimizing as a human.
I think
Super
yeah,
unhealthy.
I think the time stop one is like just gonna make you a little less like depressed.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right. Wow, who knew that this obtaining ultimate power would eventually boil down to which way of obtaining this insane superpower would make you less unhappy. But Nerdy, you have
Let's hear what
switched.
Nerdy has to say.
Yeah, you've switched your position,
Yeah.
and you ain't
I made a
talking
big
Ariana
realization.
Grande.
I made a big realization. Okay. So my first thought with this question was rewind, but okay. So the big question for these two for this, okay, is does your mind move back in time or not? Does your mind pause or not? That's the big question. So, if your mind goes back in time too, then it's neutral, right? Nothing happens. There's no difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we agree on that.
Yeah.
So that's
no,
neutral.
no,
So that's the
I do
neutral outcome.
slightly disagree.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Thank you, Josh.
Stop ending
Um,
your stream before
I
I get
think
home
that-
from work.
On a technicality, you rewinding constantly would, even if you don't retain the knowledge, can still benefit you in certain ways, right? Like, let's say I miss a
Yeah.
penalty in football. I rewind. The keeper might dive a different way, or
No, but
like,
that's not how it's supposed to work, though.
Well, it depends on what you philosophically believe in, whether or not the
Mhm.
keeper will dive a different way.
yeah, but like,
So
if,
okay.
even though
In-
my brain doesn't continue being the same way, I still think things could
You
run out differently.
you wouldn't be able to tell that you went back in time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that if I rewind
neutral.
and I don't
But
remember,
wouldn't you get like you could get stuck in a time loop, right? You could like depending
So,
on how
hold
you
on.
think about it. But if you think there's like some like randomness with how we think, then like
I think there is. I think there's inherent randomness to how we think and how we act. Especially like let's say I'm fucking, I don't know, I'm running across the road and all of a sudden I see a car come the fuck towards me really quickly. I'm rewinding and hoping that in that rewind like timeline, I notice that my shoelaces are undone or something, and then it's like, oh shit, let me tie those up before I cross the road, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but
I
it's just
don't
like,
think
are
that
you
just
gonna,
because you
like-
rewind every single time I come to this point in my life, I'm thinking the exact same thing in my head. Like, I don't think that is
I feel like
inherently
you
true.
might
Maybe I'm
I think
wrong
you
there.
might
Maybe-
get stuck in a time loop.
All right. Here's the kill shot. This is what made me move over. Okay. If you have a pause, okay, I want to think about pause for a second. Okay, we're gonna first think about the case where your brain freezes too. Then your mind is unable to unpause the universe, and that's where I was
Yeah,
like,
so
oh.
you're fucked anyway.
Yo, shit. You
So that's what
pause
made me move
time
over.
and everything
Well, then
in
it's a
all
useless
exi-
question.
You're in fucking
GG.
spectator mode, like you can
so-
do nothing.
So if it is the other, I think then you get neurons in your brain because they have to be moving. If your brain stays active, then the neurons in your mind have to teleport essentially between time frames, and that would require infinite energy. And I feel like infinite energy in my head would be a bad thing. I don't like the idea of that. And so for that reason, I think I would die. if that happened. So for that
I
reason,
think either of
would
these
not go with it.
hypothetical superpower buttons would cause you to
I'm
die.
saying I don't think that the rewind time, I think it would be neutral. I think it would be neutral.
No, I
think it would
disagree.
be the best.
Can I counter?
Yeah.
Okay,
My
I'm
counter
up with
is
the-
that
I'm up with
you'll
the
ne-
nerdy. Wait, no, Dylan. Dylan's number 4. Okay, hey,
If
Dylan.
you, I got so distracted. There's a car outside honking. If what did Nerdy just say? This
Infinite
fucker's
energy
still
in his
honking.
head. Something about neurons.
No,
firing.
it just the What was the thing I'm countering?
Dude, I can hear the honking.
It's so annoying, dude. I can't close my window because. What am I countering? Someone help!
Fuck, I don't
I
know.
don't remember.
Not
I thought it was infinite energy, but clearly it wasn't.
It would be neutral, right?
Yeah, it's not
you're
neutral
countering that it's
because you will never think that anything that you achieve is achieved solely by you. You will always think of the possibility of something that you've achieved is because you've rewound time like 500 times. You can
Yeah,
never
so,
do
like-
anything that you're proud of.
So
think
like
it's all
me
you.
being like slightly disappointed that I used this superpower to get through life is much better than my head exploding or the universe never being able to be unpaused for anyone ever. It's just better than those two outcomes.
So you okay. Presume your head doesn't fucking explode.
Yeah.
So if my head doesn't explode, then the universe breaks, and then all of physics doesn't work.
all right. This is why are we taking all the hypotheticals?
Wait, it doesn't
so
work
serious,
either way.
like-
What the fuck?
It isn't good, but I just think, man, I don't know. I just think the outcome of like getting in a time loop or something seems like way better. You
Yeah,
know?
but it's just like, why would it not? Oh, the outcome of getting. Oh yeah, what Beef Salad said was kind of fucking
Yeah, I
insane
fucking
though.
like that.
You rewind at a really hype moment in your life, and then you just
Yeah, and you just get it- yeah.
you time loop there. But what if
Yeah.
you accidentally rewind at a bad moment and then you time loop at a horrible moment?
Presumably you have control over it. I'm just saying that I think it's like neutral to good, whereas I think pausing is just bad.
What if you like metagame yourself to the point where you're like, oh dude, this is so fucking bad, but I must have time rewound 500 times already and I haven't got out of it, so I just have to continue. What if you never use the rewind because you constantly think you're in a time loop or about to catch yourself into a time loop? Like, you have assuming
Wait, that would be because
assuming
that's
you're
just like you're living life normal now.
Yeah, I know. And that means that it counteracts your argument, Dylan, of saying that this is less bad. Oh! Oh,
Wait, can you repeat
shit!
that? I don't even understand what the hell you just said, boy.
So, assuming your brain rewinds with the rewind button, if I've just had the worst moment of my life, and I would get to the point of like, oh shit, do I rewind? What if I go, logically I must have already rewound to still be here. So what's the point in still rewinding? So then you wouldn't rewind anything.
So it helps you get through hard moments?
No, it just means that there's no downside
would
because I thought your point earlier was like, oh no, that was Silver's point. My fault. Silver's point was like,
No, it was Dylan's.
oh okay, shit. It was like
Less depressing.
yeah. Both are really bad, but one's less bad than the other. But hypothetically, this like the rewind button could could in and of itself stop you from ever using it because of the
Yeah.
because of its like kind of flawed nature.
I don't get it, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're doing up time loop conspiracy business at this point. This was an
it doesn't
interestingly
really make
deep
sense.
question for something that I thought was like, let's make it kind of goofy and funny and not too serious. It ended up becoming like a more of a debate than I expected. I'll just say that much. All right, let me cross that one out. Has anyone got any strong opinions of what category they want their next question to be in?
Whatever, man.
Can we do a favorite color question?
Okay, my favorite color
That doesn't
is
make
red.
sense, you fucking
Do you
idiot.
agree?
Can we go?
Oh.
No, just say.
Wait.
Supposed to say what's your favorite color, and then we all move. It would have been funny.
For fuck's All right. Okay, I'm
you're
going to do
dumb.
another one that I asked the other group last week, and I would like to see your guys' opinion on this. This means that I'm kind of not in the question, so I won't contribute anywhere near as much in this next phase of play. So I'm just going to fly away. Wow, magic. I can fly. So, for you three...
Silver, stop.
in sipping milk.
Silver's
bro.
drinking milk. Silver, stop. Stop.
Sorry.
All right, Fulham, you can talk. I'm sorry.
I believe that Curryway will finish 100,000 speedruns.
What's he at right now?
I don't know. Probably nearing 4K, like 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, something like that. If I remember correctly, I might be completely wrong there.
How many years is it going to take him to do it again?
Until he's 55 or something, I think. Obviously, this question was a bit different when I was asking last time because he was actually in the... He was answering on his own behalf. Oh, the prediction was 2060, so around about 40 more years.
Jesus Christ. You got to tell us what he said after this.
I will.
Did he
Yeah,
answer
of course.
this, you said?
Yeah, he answered.
Okay. I forget. I might have watched. I just don't remember.
This is a super interesting one because all four people last time stood on one side. Wait, that kind of gives it away, I think. But let's move swiftly on and let me come to you know what? Let's go to Nerdy first.
I don't want to be a hater. I just think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of dedication, and I'm not saying he's not dedicated. I definitely think he'll get to like 10K, 20K. 100K seems like a lot. It's hard for me to imagine it going on for as long as is required and him staying as motivated as he is now for that long. If he does it, I'd love to be proven wrong here, all right? And I think people like me doubting are what make the accomplishment even more impressive if he is able to do it. I just personally think it's a little bit too, like it's by a factor of 2 or something is too much.
By a factor
I
of
could be wrong.
2, you think?
Something like that, yeah. Maybe 3. I don't know.
Okay. That's interesting. You think that he's going to stop after about 50K then?
I don't know what he's going to stop at. I think that if you theoretically set the goal to be, for example, if he set the goal to be 10,000, let's say, I think that it would be not easy, but he could totally do it, and it would be very reasonable for him to get to 10,000. Whereas if he set the goal as 100,000, I could see him stopping before 10,000 because he's not close enough to the... It feels like he's not motivated to get to the 10,000, if that makes sense, in the same way he would be with 10,000 seeds. So...
You think... So the main reason for you thinking that...
Whoops. Wait, sorry, I disconnected. When did I disconnect?
So did I.
You're good.
No,
Wait, it must have been a Discord side thing. Don't worry about it. I heard
Okay.
basically everything you said.
I'm just saying, like, if you set your goal too high, then it's harder to achieve the lower numbers. So it's definitely possible. I could see a world where he does it. It seems like a little too much to me, probably. And if I'm wrong, then that would be really hype.
That's super interesting. I mean, let me just say, the reason of you believing that Curry won't complete the 100,000 in your mind is because of motivation, right?
Maybe there could be a lot of things. It could be motivation. It could be, he gets a new job or some new project that comes along.
Yeah, that's lack of motivation still, right? Like your motivation's been turned to somewhere else. Like I think that's
It's
still
been replaced.
Yeah. Still
Sure.
summing up
It
in
wouldn't have been
motivation.
replaced. It wouldn't have been replaced if it was I. So I guess you could argue that. Or if it
So
was higher.
let me say this: Curryway was standing in between agree and strongly agree, and he said his mate. Actually, I think he was standing further back, further towards agree than Feinberg was. The reason, his main reason for saying that he would not finish the 100,000 is because he might die. Like he was literally saying, I might not be here, or I might have like health issues that would cause me to not be able to do it. That was his main reason. And like, I don't know, it was like 85% of Americans live until they're 60 plus. So like it's unlikely for that to be the cause. But he said that would be his main reason for not getting to 100K in his opinion. So
yeah, I mean, I would love to see Curryway get through. And I mean, I'm sort of going off the assumption that something like that doesn't happen, I guess, just because
sure.
I feel like that's, I don't know,
kind of morbid. Like,
yeah. Well, no, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, am I going to beat my PB? Like, sure, tomorrow I could get hit by a car, and then that would make me, you know, it's just like,
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking like more like just assuming that he doesn't get, you know, assuming good stuff is with Curryway's future. I could see a world where something else comes up, he gets really passionate about it, and it just slowly over time starts taking up more of his time or something like that. Or, I mean, I could absolutely see him just pushing through it and doing it. I'm not saying it's not. That's why I'm not like strongly disagreeing. It definitely is possible. It would be very unprecedented for someone to commit that much time of their lives to, you know, a Minecraft challenge. Obviously, the game has not been out for as long as it requires to do this challenge. You know, and it would be very impressive if he made it work. But you know, it would be a life dedication thing, and I'm not. I don't know. I could see him finding other interests or something like that before. It just that's if I had to take a bet, this probably would be my bet. But maybe I'd lose a lot of money not believing Curryway. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, I'm seeing chat saying, yeah, the every answer can be every question can be answered with, but you die tomorrow. It's like that's not the point. The point is that he knows it's going to take 40 years, and that means he will be like in his 60s, which is not that's not a time period whereby where that can just be removed from the question, really. I mean, I understand that you can say assuming nothing bad happens. That's fine if you want to answer it like that. But in his mind, it's a long enough stretch of time. Whereby that sort of thing is, you know, like in my thing, I put him on the agree, but then was like, you know, there's a good chance that he has a family and children and things like that, and it's like that's
more what I'm thinking about, that kind of stuff.
Sure, and then the counter argument from him was basically that streaming and content creation is like a really, really good job to have with children because of the flexibility and the working from home and the blah blah blah. Like I don't know. Like when he was here, he was coming up with very good reasons as to why it should be like pretty strong on the agree side. However, a little green man is standing pretty far over here. So let's hear your statement, Dylan.
Well, I want to preface it with something along the lines of like what Nerdy was saying at the start of his thing, where it's just like if he does do this, it's super cool, and I don't want to be a hater because it would be an awesome feat, and like I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah,
I feel like that's implied, but just in case.
Yeah, of course it is. But yeah, no, I get you. It's good to make it clear.
I think my main idea that's floating around in my head is like you don't know what you don't know, in the sense that we don't know what we're going to be passionate about in the future. We don't know what we're going to be interested in. We don't know what our life is going to look like. And I'm not even talking about in terms of like physical health, but like, I don't know if this like, it's such a commitment. In 40 years, is he going to be interested in Minecraft for 40 years? Right now, obviously he thinks so. I wonder if I would have said the same thing 2 years ago. I have no idea, to be honest. Kind of not fair to say it now, but there's just so much that can change in 40 years. And, you know, if I were a betting man, I feel like Vegas odds are here.
I am. Sorry, continue.
Dude, that actually scared me. Your mic sounded like low quality for some reason in that moment. Are you like far from it?
I was leaning away. I was leaning back in my chair. Yeah.
I could tell. That's funny. I don't know. There's just so much that can change in life in 40 years, and the passions and like the potential decline in interest in Minecraft are two big ones. And also there's maybe a counter argument to this. I'll do the main argument and then the counter argument. But the fact that Minecraft speedrunning as something that people watch could become less and less interesting to viewers, and there's less viewers to watch. But then you can make the argument like, well, also like how popular is Minecraft going to be in 40 years?
No,
You could also
100%,
say
yeah.
like, for every 10K that Curryway gets through, you know, every X amount of years, people are gonna be like, holy crap, like this guy just did this. Holy crap, this guy's still doing this. Oh my gosh, he's still doing this. So you can build hype and you can get viewers in that way. So maybe that's the counter argument, but I don't know. There's just a lot that can change, and you know, I don't doubt that he can do it at all. But I think that the reason I'm over here is I'm questioning whether or not he's going to want to do it further down the road. That's really what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I definitely had a similar take. Maybe I was kind of biased for the fact that he was there. I was more standing where Silver was standing, but I did give probably a similar point that in my mind, the main thing was motivation more than it was,
Yeah.
like, you know, anything else, like raw ability or whatever.
Right.
And even with the counter argument of, you know, basically if this was your full-time job, you'd be working until you were 60. That's great. And I think that everyone has to, you know, everyone minimum probably will be working until they're 60. By the time that we're 60, it might be until they're 80 or whatever. I don't know when retirement age is going to be. But then again, the question is, will it still be sustainable as a full-time job in 15 years time when Minecraft's been out for 30 years? Will it still be...
Or 30 years time.
Or 30 years time when it'll be out for 45 years. Yeah, exactly. Still playing 1.16. Like...
True. Oh,
who
yeah.
knows?
I didn't even think about the version. Well, he might upgrade eventually, though, yeah.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah. Oh, yeah, Curry has beaten Minecraft the most times out of anyone ever. By, like, at least double. I think. Oh, not at least double. Because Corey Birdo did 2023 speedruns in 2023, which was pretty impressive. So,
oh my god.
technically, I think that's the most anyone's ever done in a year, by the way. But yeah, Curry's never hit 2K in a year, I don't think. I might be wrong. Maybe I need to be corrected on that. But I think that Curry's still at 3 point something K. So, anyway, Silver, you are on the agree side of things. The only person currently that's on the agree side of things. Talk me through it. You think that Curry will do it?
Yeah, I think okay, so I feel like obviously there's a lot of like ways that he like wouldn't be able to make it, but I think I've just been, I've noticed like some people's brains kind of no. This is kind of obvious, but everybody's brains like work differently. And for me, like personally, like I would be so fucking bored after like 100. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And so like I think he's just like different than me, and I just have to like and the fact that he's gotten to like almost like 4,000 or whatever just shows like insane commitment. And the only thing that I'm worried about mostly is that, well, it's just like how much time does he put into it every day? Like it's just
Probably
like
like 6
if
to 8
he
hours, right? Like it's basically a full-time job.
it's just like I just don't like, okay, I think he can do it more than he can't do it, but there's a lot of reasons why he wouldn't be able to do it, and it's weird because like Minecraft itself and like content and stuff like that, like content is always like adapting and upgrading and changing, and I just don't know if this content that he is kind of creating like is gonna do well in like so many years or whatever. And like if he's doing it 6 hours or whatever, that is like a lot of time, and he's not gonna have that much time outside of like a job. So like ideally the line for him is like just content fully works. I feel like the line is like he like fucking gets insane, like blows up or like makes like a shit ton of money somehow, and so he doesn't really have to worry about the content as much, because I feel like it's just not gonna be that like insane in like 50 years. It's like Well, no, because I guess like once he completes the challenge, that's gonna be like the most insane shit ever. Once he's like within like some amount, but up until that point, there's like so much of just like it's just like I don't know. It's just weird because like I think he can do it. It's weird. I think he can do it.
No, I'm yeah. Again, I basically stood exactly where you're standing last week, or 2 weeks ago when I asked the same question. I think that Curry's a fucked up guy. I don't understand how he does this. I like you say, I would have got bored.
I think his brain is
10
like
minutes in.
rotted.
Hey, don't fucking say that though, because you spend all your time doing you can spend 100 hours doing Portal practice. Like, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, my brain is rotted too. I think
Yeah, just
everybody's
in
brain
a
is
slightly
little bit
different
rotted.
fucked up way. Like, sure, and I spend 100 hours playing poker, so like we've all got weird fucked up brains in some way or another, but just his is fucked up to the sense of I love sitting here and playing through Minecraft from start to finish 100 million billion times, and that's
Honestly, no. You know what? You know what? I think that if he just locks the fuck in, which I think he is pretty locked in, he can do it. He can persevere past all the bullshit that's gonna happen. The potential for his YouTube channel to just fully die out, the potential for Minecraft, he can, if he is locked the fuck in, I think he could do it.
Yeah, 100%. I don't. Wow, Sky makes a good point. He has eaten the same thing every day for like the last.
I thought
20
about
years.
that. It's a really good point.
Like he is a very God. I don't want to say he's a repetitive man because that makes it sound rude. But
No, but some people thrive in that.
No.
That's fine.
That's no. I saw
Genuinely.
people were talking about that at HBG. People were like 11T and like Curry were agreeing on the fact like they're like consistency and security over everything or something like that. And I read that message and I was like, huh, that sounds fucking boring. Like I don't want my life
I
to
kind
just
of
be
agree.
like the same thing like over and over and over again. Like I just don't. I just wouldn't want that. I like randomness. I like fucking shit happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a
But
life without
that's
change
just
is kind
how
of
their
boring.
brain works. That's just how their brain. I mean, and to be fair, like it's not like there is no change happening to them. Like Curry could just do like some fucking random shit, and he like just does like extra content shit to spice it up. Like every whatever 100 runs, he does it on the newest version, stuff like that. And yeah, but like at the same time, it's like it is still very, very similar of like the same thing. So I don't know. But I think their brains just work differently, and that's like fair.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying exactly what I'm thinking. Really, like, I'm so shocked that people's brains are just chilling like that. I don't know how they can do the same thing over and over. Like, I get bored of fucking resets after 2 hours. Maybe that's just because I've done too many of them in my life, but I don't know how some people can do that all the time. I don't know how Curry can do no reset all the time.
It's hype, actually. It's hype. It's hype.
It is. It is really cool that people can do that. But equally, I would hate it if I had to do that,
Yeah.
which obviously I
Yeah,
gratefully
same.
don't. So, you know.
Yeah, until we both fucking don't do content and then we get stuck in a fucking
A 9 to 5,
dead-end
yep.
job that just is the same shit.
It's the
our
same shit,
entire
just
life.
with a different, you know, a different
Okay,
thing.
but,
I don't
like,
even
to be
have to
fair,
do no
like-
reset. Like,
Just like I was thinking a lot about this too, because like I was thinking about like random shit, like oh, like if fucking like I don't really get anywhere with like whatever, and I have to like be a carpenter or whatever, like and that would just be my life. I don't think I would hate it. That like it would be kind of like I feel like I might kind of hate my job, but you just have time outside of your job and
yeah,
outside
yeah,
of your
life
work to just
life
have a
wouldn't end.
life.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, you
Just because you have a 9
can
to
just
5
do
doesn't mean there's
random
not 5
shit,
to
yeah.
9 in between. Like,
Exactly.
That was deep.
thanks, bro. I thought of it on the spot. It kind of it made me feel clever. I was like, damn, actually, that's kind of I'm kind of spitting with that one.
And weekends too.
True. Weekends exist for a reason. Oh fuck!
I think
Weekends are
everyone
awesome.
should be required to work on the weekends.
Yeah, streamers do. So maybe everyone else should as well.
And
You know
people
what I mean?
say we don't have the hardest jobs in the world.
Fuck, man, this is so incorrect. All right. I'm back in. I'm locked in. All right,
Locked.
I'll move slightly to the side. There you go, Dylan. I'll give you some space. There you go. Okay, this is a fucking shockingly bad question. I'm not even gonna say that. This is so bad. I'm so stupid, man. Stupid. All right. All right. This one's one that I think we're all gonna agree on. Doesn't mean we're all agreeing, but I think we're all gonna pick the same direction. I'll say that much. I wish I made more YouTube videos. Wow! Look, we all agreed.
Are you just calling us out?
I'm not calling you. I'm not calling us out. No, I'm just kind of interesting that we all that we all thought the same thing, huh? Do you not think? Like how interesting, how funny. So oh my god, sorry. Silver, talk to me.
There's just so like okay. Recently, I feel like I've been pretty locked into like life. You know what I mean? And
You just started school
and
again,
I
right?
felt good about that. Yeah, yeah.
Is that-
It's like school.
I
I've been
was
like
gonna say, I was gonna ask
trying
you
to
about
stream
this
at
because it's like a
school.
new. You weren't at uni before.
I was at uni, but well, okay. I had the summer off,
Yeah.
but before that, I was at uni for like a year and a half, and um, before that for like 6 months at a
But
different
you're at like a
uni as
different.
well.
Yeah, you've moved uni or
But
whatever right now.
the yes, I've moved unis, but like at my old uni, my mindset was how do I do as little work as possible and just pass my classes? Like
Yeah,
how
the
can I
Feinberg
like
lock-in. Okay.
yeah, um and also I would just purposely sign up for classes that weren't that high workload as well and yeah, so then I yeah, and now with this new school, it's like pretty like it's a heavier workload, for sure, and it's like more time, longer commute, so it's just a bigger time commitment. But I feel like recently I've been kind of locked in because I feel like I've been doing school, which is like good, and then I've also been trying to like stream and like do other shit, and I haven't been locked in 100% of the time. But I'm just thinking about past me. I just have not like with like there's so many like days or whatever where I'm just not fucking life locked in and that's fine. Like I have to accept that I'm not fucking perfect 100% always, but I definitely feel like I could have worked harder in the past and I could have just like fully, like locked the fuck in a bit more. So, yeah, that's why I want to
So now
I
that you're
wish I had
more
made
locked in
more
with school,
YouTube
does that
videos.
mean you think you're gonna do less content or more content?
I'm probably gonna do less, but I think like a nice benefit to being in film school, and this is not the entire reason why I did it, but partially I've thought about this, is that it does teach me a lot about fucking making like just you know creating like films and content and that kind of shit, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just so overlapped. And so, maybe I just kind of have the tools a bit better now, and so maybe I will make um YouTube, but that would usually mean less ranked, so I don't know.
Ooh. Now that's that's interesting because Curry is doing things that are like very to do with what he's currently doing, and he's making those into YouTube videos. You don't think you could do a ranked content? You don't think you could turn ranked into content?
Um eh, it's I don't think I mean I could turn it into something, but I just don't think it's the line that I would want to take if I were to like do content stuff. I mean, like definitely some stuff I could do for sure, but it's for me ranked right now is booting up my stream, which is content, I guess, but it's not YouTube. And playing and practicing and trying to be good. You know what I mean? Like that's the point of it. So it's not really about making it into like a YouTube video.
Yeah, I get you.
And I just don't think it would really pop off on YouTube. Depending on what I did, it could, but most of the time it probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're past the days of stream highlights and like road to glories and things like that, where ranked and like, you know, people don't upload playthroughs of obviously it's not a playthrough of something like Valorant or Rocket League or Counter-Strike or anything. But also I haven't heard of like a road to global elite being still a thing in 2024. You know what I mean? Like it feels like a very
Yeah.
2017, 2018
Bro, those series were fucking hype, bro. I used to watch
Yeah.
that shit all the time. What is the guy's name? Gunye or fucking what is his name again?
I actually don't know, to be fair.
That guy made some fucking bangers.
But you're not like you're definitely correct in what you're saying there, I think, because I think that ranked is quite difficult to make content like long form content, I guess, for, because I don't know what's different between ranked and 100k for Curry, or what's different between ranked and RSG for us, like, or and how is any of that turning into good long form content? I don't know. But
yeah, there's potential, but
I think there is,
yeah,
but I
it's
think no
tough.
one's really unlocked that yet.
I think you have to do a bunch of different stuff, and I would want to do a bunch of different stuff too. That's like partially like my brain is like I don't think I want to full focus on Minecraft always ever. You know, like I like Minecraft, but I like other stuff too. You know what I mean?
True. So
Content doesn't have to just be Minecraft.
So you've said you wish you made more YouTube videos. Does that... How do I phrase this? What do you think stopped you in the past with making YouTube videos? Was it dedication? Was it ideas? Was it editing? Was it... What was the hurdle? Was it like maybe the fact that you didn't know you wanted to upload more back then and now you know that you wish you did, kind of thing? Like what's the...
No.
With the benefit of hindsight, what do you think that is?
For me, it's like it's more, I think, a mix of a dedication slash like motivation, um, and inexperience, making me lack confidence because I would get stuck. I would like, for instance, I made this video a while ago, and I got about 75% of the way through of making it, and then I just didn't upload it. And I gave myself a hard deadline to upload it by, and I just couldn't complete it in time. And then once I passed that deadline, I just didn't finish it. And then I it kind of sat there for a little bit, and then I thought about finishing it off, and then I was like, you know what, I don't really think this is a good video anymore, and then I just never uploaded it. And for all I
That's
know,
so
that could have
fucking
been a great
interesting.
video, but
Like,
yeah, so
my most successful video on the channel, on my channel, minus the world record fucking verification rejected bullshit, because that's just fucking drama frog farming, whatever. So minus that one, my best ever video was one that I scrapped like 5 months before it happened, before I uploaded it, having finished like 60% of it, went back to editing it, thought, oh shit, this is an okay video, why did I scrap it? Completed it, uploaded it, and now it's like my best performing non-drama frog video. Like,
yeah.
I'm surprised that and I'm surprised that inexperience was your reason, because you're surrounded by people that are of all levels of experience in HBG. Like, You've got people like
It's just like
me and Poundy
the
and Dylan who were like
confidence.
trying to do YouTube at the start of the year, especially. And then you've got people like fucking Smallant and Parker and people at the top of the game. I feel like
I
you've
can
got a
give
lot
like
of.
an example.
Okay.
I wanted to make a video on lockout, right? And I was starting to make it, and I put some time into it. But my plan was to make it was very big as a project, and so already motivation-wise, like, I can just assume, like, that I wouldn't have made it through, but one of the big hurdles for me was that I was so stuck. Um, I was thinking about the video constantly, but I was just so stuck about, like, how to make it manageable and digestible for a viewer because it's so confusing and so complicated, and I was just stuck like that for so long, and I couldn't ever commit to any single idea, and, eventually I kind of just gave up because I just felt like each thing that I was kind of coming up with and doing a little bit, it just, like, wasn't, good enough, and I wanted to make this a really good video. I guess perfectionist too, maybe, a little bit of, like, a perfectionist mindset,
Yeah,
um, stopped me.
I agree there. I think like I don't know, Minecraft bingo, quote unquote, or like lockout and stuff was big, and I mean it's still. I actually think it still is, but it's way more big for people that are like. Dude, I don't know how to even describe it, but people with massive followings that don't hyper focus their content. I'm talking about like people that have been doing this shit for like 12 years. Like, I don't know, most of the MCC guys, right? I'm saying most of the MCC guys on YouTube, I think, are very non-YouTube brained in like 2024. They're not uploading videos like fucking Recrap or you know, some of the other Minecraft YouTubers that are like, you know, fucking I cheated using / paste in build battle kind of thing. Like they don't hyper focus their content towards children. And for them, I know that bingo is something that they fucking just love to do. And it's I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm saying that it would work, but I understand that the motivation's a big fucking thing, and big projects hurt that even more. Or hinder that, I
Yeah.
guess you could say, because it's tough to it's tough to know that you're opening up a file that you know is going to be like 40 plus minutes in the edit, and it's like, okay, I'm 30 seconds in, what the fuck do I do now? I need to make every second of this perfect, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
definitely have a bit of anxiety too, like, with videos, like, if it's not gonna do well, then that's just gonna, like, kind of be bad for my mental, even though,
Yep.
like,
No,
I've
I 100%
so
agree.
much of a, like, I feel like I try to, like, as hard as I can to just not think like that because everything is improvement, and everything is, like, but it's still, like, in the back of my mind a little bit of anxiety with, like, uploading a video, and that was, like, why I didn't upload that one video that I got, like, 75% of the way through, um,
But
because
bro,
I
you
just
know that
eventually I
but
just,
like
like
you know that there's like no real downside to it though.
yeah,
I guess it's just the
yeah,
time
I mean,
investment,
true.
and once you've committed 75% of the time to it, then I know sunk cost fallacy is an inherent fallacy, but committing an amount of time and then getting zero reward versus committing a little bit more time and then getting a reward less than what you think you deserved is still something. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm
Well, it's not even what I deserve necessarily. It's just like what I like is this a good or whatever? Like is this even like worth putting out there? Like I don't like, I just don't know if they fulfill that
Bro, find the project file,
sometimes.
render it, and send it in HBG later. I want to see the 75% done video.
I Okay, I mean I don't know if I still have it. I might have deleted it to be
You fucking
honest.
better still have it. There's no way you just deleted 75% of a project's worth of
Well, it
work. That's
wasn't like a
insane.
well, it wasn't like a it didn't take me that long. Um
Even more
Well, I
reason
could
to finish
just
it. All right,
say it.
enough silver yapping. He's gonna upload next week. New video out on the Silverrruns channel. I'm trolling, but like, yeah, we you know, I want to see it. So, shout, like, you know, if you can find it, upload it unlisted or something, and like we'll, you know, you've got people around you that want to help with this sort of shit. I feel like someone that is pretty competent with the whole YouTube thing, Mr. 10 million view Andy Nerdi over here. Hello.
Okay, that's a little much, bro.
Is it not 10 million? I thought it was like nearing 10 million these days.
I don't think so. I think it's like, what am I, like one video? I think it's like 2.5 or something.
I'm saying total views across the channel. I think it's probably.
Oh, I have no idea. Let's
have a look.
Probably like 5.
5 mil. Okay, my fault. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's cool. I do wish I made more videos. They're good for money, and they're very satisfying to make, and I enjoy making them. I think the main things holding me back are, you know, I do love Minecraft as a game, but one thing that kind of demotivates me is that, like, it's not the only thing that I'm interested in, and I have a lot of interests, especially even within gaming, I have a lot of interests, and, you know, it's just that you do something for too long, and it's not that you get sick of it, but it's sort of, you know, it's hard to stay motivated on the same thing for me for an extended period of time, and so, the actual Minecraft gameplay itself usually doesn't drive my videos. Usually, when it comes to my videos, they tend to be more like there's something about them that I find interesting. So, like with the Otter Out videos, it's like a little bit of a game, like a mini game. You know, it's not necessarily just about the Minecraft.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of ideas, and I've tried to make videos before that I couldn't get the right footage and stuff. In the past year or so, I definitely do want to keep working at it. It's just something that I really want to have a good idea, and I really want to, like, I want to be excited about the idea, not just like doing it for the sake of doing it. That being said, I do wish that I uploaded more, because it's probably just bad that I don't.
Is there any videos that you are thinking about? Well, I know that there was one that you were rumoring in the past to HBG at least. And
oh man, that video I still really want to make, because I think that video could be good. And that video, I don't want to talk about it because in case I do ever make it.
Yeah, of course.
You remember what it is, though, I think.
Yes.
I think that video is very creative. I think that video has a lot of potential. It was literally just hard to get footage for it. It was literally hard to get footage.
I didn't know that you actually tried to record it though. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. No, I did. I tried 2 or 3 times, and it is some good it just wasn't quite right. There's like something about it that would make the video not turn out how I wanted to, but like not in a like, oh, it's still good anyways. Like it didn't itch the scratch that I was trying to go for. And so I still do want to make that video. I still do want to make videos like it. And I definitely think I may, but I think it's gonna take probably like, that's probably another thing that I'll be much more motivated once I get a new PC, I think, to do.
Damn. Okay. Wait.
That's true, Silver. That's a good point.
Wait, really? You can. I have only heard scratch the itch.
I've only heard
itch the scratch.
No, I mean scratch the itch.
What? Itch the scratch?
Yeah, that doesn't make no fucking sense, bro. To itch, like, yeah, sure, but the scratch, a scratch isn't something that you want to scratch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think scratch the itch. If I said itch the scratch, if I said itch the scratch, my bad.
Oh,
yeah, someone thought he was on. Someone thought he was cooking. He was not cooking, bro. All right, Dill Dog. Let's hear your take.
You know, I think that if I think about like what is possible, what do I get in return for making more YouTube videos? There's not really a lot of negatives. I enjoy being creative, and you get to be creative when you make YouTube videos. I like just like making like just having like a thing like that I make, and it's like mine, and people give me feedback on it, or preferably they just enjoy it, or both. Honestly, feedback's good too. I enjoy that. I enjoy, like, usually in my videos, I'll try to like do something that I think is challenging, so I get to like showcase my skill, which can feel cool. I don't know. There's just a lot of positives, and also like the biggest one of all is potentially turning it into like a job. I think with streaming, I would never want to. I mean, maybe I would stream full time actually if it was doing something different, but I don't know. So I would much prefer to do YouTube full time. I think, or I think maybe I'm trying to say it feels more realistic to be able to do YouTube more time. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So I wish I had
with you as well. Yeah.
So I wish I had given it like more of a run, more of a chance. I wish in the past I had known. It's weird because old people or older people would tell me like, "You're so young, you still have time to do this, to figure this out, to try this." But for some reason, I'm like 23. I feel like I don't have time to experiment with YouTube. But in reality, I should probably be. I don't
Yeah,
know.
bro.
It's
Now's
fun being creative.
look. Today is the youngest you're ever gonna be. Okay. So you should think like that.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it that you're doing at the moment that's taking up a lot of your time?
Nothing,
Just
bro.
nothing. But also, I mean, I'm also like,
Dating.
enrolling in school.
Yeah, apart from going out on your dates. This guy,
Nothing.
this guy is getting loads of matches on all of the different applications.
Yeah, you know me. If you guys
very
have a mom,
attractive.
chances are I've probably taken her on a date.
All right, Dylan. All right, bro. Chill
right,
out.
what the
chill
hell?
Out, dude.
What the
But
hell, man?
Relax.
Treating her with
Relax.
only respect, though, of course. I'm not. Like, come on.
Anyway,
Well, flashing
I won't delve too deep into your dating app endeavors. That's a whole nother stream topic, and maybe me after 15 beverages can maybe talk about that.
Yeah. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
But yeah, like, I think if you're, I mean, look, obviously this is a question of I wish I made more YouTube videos, which is a past tense thing, not a current tense thing. But if you do still feel like that, then you just should. Like, fuck it, man.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I guess maybe a good question to ask would be: do I think I'm gonna feel this way about my current self 2 more years from now? Like, do I think I'll still hold this thing? Like, oh, I wish I started 2 years ago when I.
Hell, yeah.
was
I
talking
mean,
about-
I could ask that question in 2 months. Do you wish you did?
No, no.
Did you wish you put more time into something 2 months ago? Doesn't have to be YouTube videos, but like, and you'll probably say yes. And it's like, so what do you want to do now? And just invest your time into it.
Yeah.
Because I know 2 months ago now, like for me 2 months ago, I was pretty comfortable. January, I know what I did in January. I focused on my YouTube. I uploaded 2 YouTube videos on my main, and I think I uploaded 1 on my alt. February, I uploaded like 4 videos on my alt. March was Tubathon, so I was back and forth from Brighton like every week. I was, fucking paintballing and go-karting and doing like a bunch of fun shit down there. That was a load of fun. April, I want to say I uploaded twice on YouTube, I think. What was April? 5 months ago? That was 20th of March. This was 8th of April. Sure. Like, May. Oh, fuck, what even happened during May? I don't think May was that great. And then June was like TwitchCon. June was also like my last fucking YouTube upload. But now I can say from then onwards, like July and August, the last 2 months, I could definitely answer the question of that I'm hypothetically proposing to Dylan to say, in 2 months' time, will you feel like 2 months ago I should have been doing more? And I know that for a fact the answer right now is yes. I feel like for the rest of the year I could have probably justified it. And like been pretty happy with, okay, I mean I've put in some work in this sense. But like for the last like 2 months at least, I would say like I really fucking wish I made more YouTube videos. And obviously in general I can say that for the whole fucking 4 years that I've been making content through with MCSR. It's like I wish I made more. But the problem is always something. There's always fucking something, right? There's always something going on that makes you not feel fully invested in that. And I think that's coming from a place of us guys starting as streamers more than I don't know. like us coming from the point of being streamers says that we made content pretty much every day. And you can go to bed saying, yeah, well, I streamed today. Yeah, but I streamed. And hell, I mean, you guys know about the fucking habit tracker software, right? Like, we've, like, 3 of the 4 of us are on there. I don't think Nerdi is. But we've got this little habit tracker with HBG, which is like, you know, you set your own habits and you talk to your friends, or like you tick yes or no as to whether you did them on a certain day, and then your friends get updated when you've done them or when you haven't. And like, my habits are super simple. Like, I want to wake up before 11 a.m. I didn't do that today. I want to eat breakfast. I did that today. And I want to do productive content work 5 times a week. And I'm ticking that box basically every day because I'm streaming. But that's not productive long-term content work. Because beyond today, like, don't get me wrong, today, people will probably go back and watch this VOD. But will people go back and watch yesterday's VOD where all I fucking did was play ranked? No, probably not. Because what's different between that day of ranked and the day before of ranked? Or the week before of ranked? Or a year ago when I was playing ranked? Not a lot. Maybe I've got a little bit better. Maybe I died a little bit less. Actually, fuck me. Yesterday, I went like 4 in 10. I think I died a fuck ton yesterday. So no, I probably was worse. But that doesn't transform to long term.
That could be fun to watch.
I mean, but today, I can say I feel like I've been productive, because at least after this stream, I can just hire someone and make them chop this down. Andronica, stop doing portal practice on your main and get back to work, little bro. Get back to editing last week's does HBG agree, bro? Come on. Get back to work. But no, like, genuinely, I'm disappointed with the number of YouTube videos I've uploaded in the last, like, probably in the last, I want to say, like, 6 months, probably. Maybe 5 is a better number than that. Yeah, 5 months. I've uploaded once in the last 5 months. So
Yep, I'm the most active YouTuber here.
W.
that is fucking crazy. Hey, my alt counts, right? My alt counts. My second channel
It
counts.
does.
In which case, yeah, I'm the GOAT. I've uploaded like 3 times in the last 4
Wait,
months.
what is your... Oh.
Oh, fuck, you uploaded the Lavender Lobsters shit as well. Lewis Fullspan,
Yeah,
bro.
no, dude, you want to, like... I kind of want to...
You want to, like, private it or something?
But the problem
yeah,
is...
I know. My fucking... The application for us last year, I want to remove as well, because it's, like, so much worse than way other videos.
Yeah, it just is... The thumbnail is so fucking ugly, dude. I just... Yeah, but the biggest problem for me is that if I want affiliate back or whatever, like, to earn on YouTube, I need to upload 3 times in 90 days, and that's like this video. That's like a big +1 for me. Is that I have 2 out of 3 right now, and if I private it, then it's gonna go down to 1 out of 3.
Wait, that's 2 out of 3? When's the 90 days up? That was 5th of August. Oh, so you've got like 60 days.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta get another video out, bro.
I don't
Bro,
know.
you gotta find that 75% done one and get that shit out, baby. Because surely the Kaisen app videos...
No, dude.
The Kaisen app videos got 140k views! What the fuck? I didn't know it did that well.
Well, it's
Fuck,
not getting
man.
as many views now.
Shit, that's actually insane. I didn't know it was doing that well. That's goated. My guy. W. Actually, big W. For Silver. For Silver runs.
Yeah, I lost monetization because I didn't hit 4,000 watch hours for a year because I didn't upload a single video for like 2 years.
Yep, so that means you should upload more. Alright, great. Good chat, guys. Let's upload more YouTube videos. On 1, 2, 3. Hooray! Everyone's uploading more YouTube videos. Everyone agreed by saying that. Hooray! Alright, let me cross that out and just and we can move on. It was kind of a farmy one, but also I think it was a good talking point. Alright. Let's do another wildcard one. And
Put it in reverse, Sil.
I might make it like a little bit of a chat asking one in case anyone wants to ask us something from the chat. I might open the floor up after this one. All right. Okay, I don't want to do a wildcard one because these are too goofy. Hold on.
Hey.
All right, this one's a little bit of a wildcard one, but I put it in identity for no real reason. Okay. I think I could live in a house in the woods as a nomad. I'm gonna treat that to say no human contact for the rest of your life.
You're living off the
As in,
land.
like, I would die or not die, or
Yeah,
as in,
let's say
like,
the options
mentally?
are okay. Let's say I think I could live in a house in the woods as a nomad for 6 months.
Like,
I
you
would
have to
not
What is
die.
could? But I don't know what could means. Can you define?
Yeah,
could?
yeah. Like, would I not
Had
die?
to.
Is it about not dying, or
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
about
It's like
mentally-
a
survival. Physical.
survival thing. You will need to do this, otherwise you're not get like.
Oh,
I want to say like Mr. Beast challenge, but like not for money.
Wait,
for
where?
like.
What kind of food am I gonna have to get? Like, that's what I'm thinking of. I think I might fucking die if I have to hunt.
you just pick berries.
Well, you're just assuming there's berries.
Well, you're
It's
just
just a
assuming that
fucking
there's no
raspberry
berries, you
bush.
bitch.
Damn.
Oh, did I mix up nomad and hermit? Sorry. So, no. Assume you get the house, like you get shelter, and assume
Oh,
it
you
has
have a house?
Yeah, that there's a like
Shelter.
you've got a house in the woods.
Oh,
But
But
gun
the
in the
but
woods,
the issue is no human
Or-
contact. No human
Isn't there a
contact for
weapon?
6 months.
No items? Do you have items?
What's in your hot bar?
Let's say 6 months of like majorly minimal rations. Like I'm talking
Okay.
curryway food for 6 months.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Not
like,
no. Half of curryway food for 6 months.
And you don't have
you
to pay
couldn't
rent.
survive, or you could survive?
This is I
'Cause I
think
could
I could
survive.
live. Yeah, I think I could live on that.
mean,
Without
like,
any
it's
human
Really skinny
contact.
and you're
So what's the question? Like, you're gonna either like choose to not
What is
live.
the question? You just gave
Yeah,
us food,
yeah,
so
yeah.
now-
I guess his question. Like, I took this one from fucking Discord, man. This is like, this is why I'm not. This is why I'm trying to promote the
No, but
fucking
I think-
Discord channel. This is such a
Well, it
fucking
went
bad
from a-
question.
But you should. I think we should have no food, no shelter. Would you survive in the woods for 6
Yeah, yeah.
months? You can't
Yeah, let's
ever
Oh
do
touch
that.
anything.
no!
You
Like
have
we did
nothing.
that
That's-
last time, and we did like 15 days. Fine. Well, oh
Well, I
shit.
think
my fault. All right,
well,
let's
actually-
do that then.
okay,
Let's
6
do
months
let's
is a
do-
really long time.
let's do that question then. You're dropped off in your own country in the woods, and okay, actually, let's say it can either be in your country or no. We'll say a country of your
Why
choice.
does it matter what country it's in?
It's fucking important, bro. Canada's
No,
probably a
it is
fucked up
very
place to be put into the woods for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Okay, I guess I
Oh
see. your
no, it's
point.
pretty good. It's pretty good. Actually.
Surely it gets fucking cold for you guys, though.
Well, it depends where.
Depends where you're. Yeah.
All right, I am going to
Um,
say fine. 2 weeks of like the reason this question was a thing was because of the no contact with humans. This question is more of like a survival based thing. But yeah, 2 weeks you get nothing at all apart from the clothes you're wearing now, and also
Fuck,
Not
dude,
wearing
right
any
now.
clothes.
one kitchen utensil of your choice.
Probably a knife.
One-
Wait, can you
Wait,
repeat
how
all
long?
those? I got lost in the
2
sauce.
weeks.
Wait, can you repeat like the 2 weeks?
Oh.
Oh, you have to survive for 2 weeks? Or
Yeah.
Oh, what the? And you get a knife and you're in the woods,
Yeah, and whatever clothes you're wearing.
or whatever tool you want, and whatever. I'm wearing some pretty fucking shit clothes. I even got socks on. I got fucking pajama pants and a short sleeve.
Okay,
God.
assume you could go to your wardrobe and put whatever you'd like on. Before.
hell yeah,
that's
20
even
layers.
easier, dude.
20 layers. We're building a tent
No,
with some shirts.
you're not allowed to just do 20 layers.
Yeah, I won't.
That's really crazy, bro.
Okay,
Holy
actually, I'm
shit. I think Fine
go,
said
like-
strongly disagree for what it's worth.
Yeah, I shouldn't be in strongly agree. I backed up.
All right, you know what, Silver? Let's talk about your survival instincts. Let's hear about this shit, bro.
Okay.
The silver girlies want to know how you'd survive without them. Let's hear this analysis.
Okay, first of all, 2 weeks is like nothing. Like you don't even have to eat for 2 weeks and you wouldn't even die.
That's true.
You just
yes,
need to like drink
that's
water.
why I chose that length of time, because
Yeah,
the truth of
food
the
is
matter
hard.
is you're not gonna die while doing this endeavor, but it's like, would you be able to continue living afterwards is like the question.
What? Yeah, okay. No, I would wait, okay, sorry. No, because this is like I feel like I thought the question was would I be able to survive, not would
I mean,
I
it is
mentally be
really, because
okay
like
with it.
I don't fucking know. All right, okay. Do
Either
you want me to say
either
3
way,
weeks then?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, okay, sure. But okay, hold on. I have to
I
think
think
about
that
this
was why I
a
said
little bit
15
more.
days, because it's usually 14 days that you can survive without water.
How do you
but, like,
get water? Like, if you don't have a pot to boil, do you just drink the water raw and it'll just like make you sick, but like you're drinking water, so it's like fine?
bro, you
I
can
feel
get
like
like
if you just
cholera.
have like a
Well, you probably
river,
can't if you're in a place
because I feel like I
like
could start
a
fire,
country of your
like
choice.
maybe.
How would you
Like,
how
I
would you
could
go
maybe
about starting a
start.
fire, Silver?
Flint
I
and
would have to
steel.
practice it a
Yes,
lot,
correct.
but
Alternatively, you could have said fire charge, but that's all right. Go on.
you have to. Oh, filter the water, right? With like, oh, you just drink from a river. Okay, that makes sense actually.
Yeah,
If
flowing
you gave me
river.
like, okay, so
Oh, that's
if I were to
applied.
start a fire, I would just all I would have to do is simply just grab a stick and grab a string and grab a piece of another wood and grab some fluff, some
Wait,
like
Bro.
okay.
Where are you
So
getting
you're
then you
in the
just-
string and
woods,
fluff?
right? Let's say you're in the woods. You
What?
get dropped off tomorrow, 6 a.m. Where the fuck you
Yeah.
finding all of that? Where you finding your string?
What do you mean?
Dude,
You finna kill a spider?
string, you just no string. You just grab from like a tree branch, from like a tree bark, like that kind of
So-
string.
So branch.
And then you like line it up and then you wrap it around the pole, and then you simply just go back and forth really fast and create a lot of friction on the wood, and it starts to smoke. And maybe I wouldn't be able to get it day one, but with enough practice and time, then I eventually would get hot enough that it would light the fucking fluff that you find from like a, I don't know.
Yeah, where you
What's
finding
the
your
best
fluff,
fire
bro?
starter? Probably just like really dried out like weeds or whatever.
Okay, W, yeah.
And then you have fire. But honestly, you don't even need fire. Well, you do need fire, but you don't really need to boil the water. Well, you can't really boil water anyway. So the fire would be only useful for cooking food, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to catch anything. So I would pretty much purely have to live off of berries that I would hopefully not die from. And I wouldn't ever touch any mushrooms because I feel like that's like 90% death chance.
Yeah,
I
don't
would
go
eat
for
like
mushrooms.
berries.
It's a high roll for sure.
I'd eat berries that I know are like chill if there was enough of them. If there wasn't enough of them, then I might eat some berries that I don't know are chill and just kind of high roll. And dude, what the fuck else? Oh, fishing, dude. I'm a beast at fishing. If you get me, not even that though, dude. Like, there's like some like depending on where I'm at in the world, you can get. Oh, this is what I would cook. You can get like rivers where they're just fucking packed with fish. You can just grab those motherfuckers with your hand. Like if you just RNG into like a good river, um, then you're
That's
chilling.
crazy. You rip the salmon spawn, like you get the fucking high roll when you're playing AA. Oh shit, this fucking river's full of full of entity fish. Like,
Yes, dude. And you just grab it, and then you just start your fire real quick, and then you just cook that sucker on a stick.
so are
And
you gonna
just make
worry
sure it's
about like
fully
the
charred
bones or
through.
like the guts or the anything?
Um, You no, I don't know how you would fillet it. Feel like you would just eat the. I feel like you would just eat it, just like everything.
Raw.
It's really easy.
You can eat raw
Filleting fish
salmon
is
in
really
the
easy.
in Minecraft.
No, but like, how would you fillet it without a? Oh, you'd have a knife, right? You would have a
You have
knife.
a knife.
I mean,
No, I do know how to
presuming-
fillet
yeah,
a fish.
you-
Actually, I do know how to fillet one.
But like you could do it, yeah, you could just eat like the sides of it. You probably wouldn't want to eat the guts. That'd probably be bad.
Yeah. I don't think I would eat the guts.
Yeah, you can take one kitchen utensil. That was my take. For what it's worth, I'm not
Yeah, if
taking
you
a
have a
knife.
knife, I actually do know how to fillet a fish, kind of.
Can I take like a multi-tool?
Ooh.
A Swiss Army knife, because that's definitely what I was.
Yeah.
thinking.
That
Yeah,
counts.
that's kind of OP though.
That's kind of bussin'. That's kind of
Yup.
bussin', actually. Maybe you
Dude,
do
wait,
take
no,
that.
because then you can fucking. Can you start fire with that or no?
Oh,
Do Swiss
I don't
Army
know.
knives have like a little flint thing?
they might have a flint. You
might.
know, you might be right. Wait, let me Google it.
That would make it like way easier too.
Tools. What do they
I
have?
used to have a Swiss Army knife.
They have a screwdriver, a toothpick. No, the fuck they don't. They don't have do they? 33 cool attachments you can find on a Swiss Army knife. Large blade, hook, disgorger, fish scaler, wow. Metal file, metal saw, that's a lie. Nail cleaner, can opener, magnifying glass, bottle opener, screwdriver, sewing eye, screwdriver, hook, saw, scissors. Really? Toothpick. Oh my god,
Yeah.
we can get a toothpick. Tweezers, chisel, wire stripper, ruler, another screwdriver, a different screwdriver, reamer, whatever a reamer is, a corkscrew, and a small blade.
Wait, so no flint.
Oh, and you
well,
can get
I feel like that.
yeah.
The fact that you have metal, right? Like metal makes sparks, right? If you just drop a big ass rock, you just don't want to break it, but like.
I'm bringing a bottle opener.
Why the fuck would you bring a bottle opener?
High roll finding alcohol.
High roll finding alcohol. Yeah, W actually. I'd survive for 2 weeks if you gave me a bottle of fucking whiskey. Actually, that'd be double. That'd be W. I'd rip
Dude,
that
our
shit.
hypothetical should have been like, if you're on like Naked and Afraid or whatever the fuck, like, would you tap out?
The
If you're
fuck
on
is
that
naked
show.
and afraid?
I definitely would probably.
I've never
I
heard
probably
of that.
would.
So.
I don't know if I would or not. I don't really know the show very well, to be honest. So maybe that would have actually.
Any of
been
those
bad.
survival challenges shows, I think I would just not be worth it for me.
Oh,
I would not tap out on Survivor, dude. I would fucking be a beast at Survivor.
That's great, Silver. I'm very glad for you.
I've watched
Oh,
every
wait,
season.
that is literally what we're asking. Except you don't spawn in naked, you spawn in with clothes.
Yeah, but like it's like kind of.
Clothed and Afraid, new show starring HBG.
I just forget, like, I just, like, no, honestly, never mind, I'm kind of being stupid, because I was just like, oh, they probably have, like, more strict, like, guidelines in it, like, we would be able to use that, but, like, I just don't know the show, so I just don't really know what their guidelines are.
Wow, that's actually crazy. That's a cool ass show. I'd fuck with that. Loki. Yeah, I will say that Silver sounds a little bit copium. I do think that he would survive, probably, but like I don't think it'd be that easy. I think he's making it sound a little bit too easy for my liking. Nerdy, let's come
I'm
to
a
you.
survival man.
What do you think?
I think it'd be hard, probably. I could see a lot of things get in the way. Like, I could see myself getting, like, sick from eating, like, raw meat or something. I could see myself getting too cold. I could see these things getting in the way. But I think I'd probably survive if it's only 2 weeks and it's in a relatively reasonable climate. And I had, like, a knife. I think I'd be okay. But there's definitely a lot of unknown variables. Like, if I did research into this, I could definitely see myself feeling less confident.
Yeah, I think like honestly,
If there's a grizzly bear, you're GG, by the way.
That's
well,
hella
yeah,
food.
that's why I just do
It's
it
a
in the
full
UK.
meal.
There's nothing that's gonna fucking there's nothing that's gonna happen.
There's
You might see a
no-
rat. Like,
If you win, you're set.
you can't win, bitch.
Yeah.
Grizzly bear, cougar, bobcat, I think. Oh, no, wait. No, I think, wait, I don't know.
Cougar.
What the fuck is a bobcat? No, but cougar is GG. Grizzly bear is you need to play dead, otherwise you die. The other bears are like not as bad. Grizzly bear is so fucked.
Maybe for you.
Dylan, let's hear what you're gonna do. I'm also Nerdy. What are you taking, by the way? I didn't ask you this. What's your one utensil?
Swiss Army knife, probably.
Okay, makes sense. Dill.
I'm taking a bottle opener, and you know, like those like brass knuckles where you put your fingers on them, and then now you can punch something with brass knuckles. I'm gonna put just my finger inside the bottle opener, and I'm gonna use it as like a brass knuckle, like one of them, and I'm gonna go find a grizzly bear, and I'm gonna kill a grizzly bear and have infinite
Oh, hell
food.
yeah, Dylan.
I think your
Hell
finger
yeah.
would fall off. Genuinely, I think your finger would
Yeah,
fall
well,
off
then I'll eat
before
my
you
finger,
killed
and
it.
I'll have more food. It's
True.
about surviving. It's not about thriving. Okay.
Bro, he's got the wrong
I think that this is gonna be hard?
He's gonna get hunger.
No.
He's eating the wrong flesh. Oh hell no.
In reality, though, I don't really know what I'd bring. Probably some sort of knife. I guess Swiss Army knife sounds good. And I think all you have to really do is find like running, like flowing water, like a river or something, and go downstream. I think, and drink from there after it's been flowing for a while, and it's like relatively clean. I think that's how that works. And I think I would probably struggle in the department of food and feeling not cold. I guess I'm with Nerdy. Like I'm assuming we're gonna get some sort of reasonable climate. It's gonna be cold at night, but it's not gonna be like life-threatening
Yeah,
conditions.
you
or
can
anything.
choose your country. So like, I'm picking UK,
Okay, yeah.
obviously. Like, if you, I'm gonna allow you guys to pick your state if you're picking America, because it's like, or Canada
Okay.
for that reason. Obviously, like, I think if you're at home, like if you're in your own country, it's probably beneficial. But the America is so fucking massive that I could dump you in the middle of Nevada, and it's like, right, yeah, no, I'm fucked, because
Yeah.
you know, versus you could be put in whatever state you want, assuming there's woods in like every state. There probably is. So
I just think I would be able to probably survive, but that I would not be in great shape. Like it's
Yeah.
not something I would enjoy doing. I don't think. Maybe I'd get lucky and I'd find a good food source, but that would be my main concern is finding food because yeah, and then staying warm if I can pick where I'm at. Not my biggest concern. I don't know if I could research this for like a full day. I think I would be a lot more confident.
I would 100% agree with you. Like, this is why I'm standing exactly where I'm standing. Like, I think that if you give me, if this was a Mr. Beast challenge, it's like survive for 3 weeks and then you get a 100k. I'm there,
Yeah.
no doubt, because I'd have 12 hours to prep or like 24 hours to actually think about shit. And that's like so important in this. Like, even if it is just like mega study which berries, or like mega study how to start a fire from nothing, or how to like, that's kind of easy. But you know what I mean? Like, what's the big survival guide? 12 hours, lock in, get everything down that you need, and then go. I actually fear that I'd enjoy it quite a lot.
I know. I wonder if I oftentimes think about like if I didn't have access to like all these like luxuries of life, would I have like a higher quality life? There's not really ever a way for me to figure that out because I'm probably just never going to give up like my phone or like
That's the thing, right?
paying
Like,
for rent. Really weird.
I would really want to do. I'd actually would genuinely enjoy this challenge if it wasn't for the fact that I wouldn't be able to continue streaming or like using my phone and shit. Like that's the reason that I wouldn't want to, in my opinion.
Dude,
It's like,
stream it.
yo,
Stream
like,
content.
low-key?
Holy
You
shit.
just
Yo.
have people like a drone or like fucking like I don't know.
Yo, tap the fuck in. I just steal Tubbo's streaming backpack and just fuck off to the woods for like a week. Full survival mode.
You're gonna die and get like a documentary made about you. Like, this is Lewis. He wanted to go on
I fucking
an
die
adventure.
on stream, like in a random location.
Dude.
But on day
Fuck,
6,
man.
something horrible happened.
GG's.
GG.
Who's that one guy that makes like the really good videos? He made the video for like the JFK assassination. Oh my god, what's his name?
Let me know.
Yeah, he's gonna make a video on the mysterious death of Fulham in the woods, like the.
It's just not mysterious at all. It's fully streamed.
Completely documented.
We have a
He just fucking is a
24/7
moron.
exact, clear-cut thing of exactly what I did on film, 4K resolution.
It's
He
weird in the
fucking
sense
ate
that,
a
like-
stupid ass mushroom.
Yeah,
And
bro.
he
He
just
started
dropped
hallucinating an
it
hour
down.
before he started foaming at the mouth, and that was because he ate this specific type of mushroom. You fucking idiot.
That'd be hype. You gotta do that and then die just for the content, maybe.
Yeah, but then
In
like,
game.
what if
In game.
what if I like live afterwards?
I mean, it'd still be chill, but like, it would be much more viral if you like. It's like.
What
a
if I just,
question
like,
of, how
pretended to
committed
die?
are you to the? Like, how committed are you to the video? You know.
Yeah. Okay. No, maybe you're right. What if I do up Jesus though? Like I die and then like 3 days later I'm alive again.
Holy shit. And then you're really gonna have a big YouTube following. That's the way to do it, honestly. That's what Jesus did.
I'd have 12, bro.
12 loyal followers.
12 followers. Shit, man. That's crazy. But then, like, 2,000 years after I die, like, I don't know, an eighth of the entire world follows me or something. So that'd be pretty cold.
Yeah.
All right. That was a bit of a stupid question. I'm sorry. I thought it
No,
would
it's
be.
good. It's good. It's good.
I thought it would be a little
It was
bit better.
entertaining.
Okay, we'll probably do like 1 or 2 more. Does that sound okay to you guys?
Sounds good. Sounds
We've
good.
been in call for quite a while. All right. I don't like this question, so I'm just not going to ask that one. I like this
Don't
question.
you make the questions?
Yeah, I do, but like looking back at them, dude, I was rushed. I did these in like 10-15 minutes.
Okay. That's fair.
Damn. That's kind of actually kind of sad. The internet has changed the way we perceive success and failure. That's a sad one. I'm not going to ask that one. Unless you guys want me to. I'm not sure.
No.
I don't know how I'd answer it, so I'm not going to ask it.
I'm kinda
Oh,
stupid,
yes,
so-
I wanted to ask this one. Alright, get your asses back here, boys.
Oh,
my
shit.
fault.
You're good.
Fault.
I would stop streaming / would have stopped sooner if I wasn't allowed to play any music in the background of streams.
Oh.
And I'm going to say that this is any non-copyrighted music. No, I'm gonna ask the original based question, which was any music whatsoever, including non-copyrighted stuff. You're not allowed to play it.
Can you repeat the question? The first part?
I would stop streaming and/or would have stopped sooner if I wasn't allowed to play any music in the background.
Because I'm wondering, like, if I would have started streaming if I couldn't play music. Because I don't know if I would have. But I'll just ignore
Yeah,
that.
might
Okay,
be starting to agree
presume
then.
presume the rule dropped like a year after you started streaming.
Okay.
Okay.
I got like. Give me a second. Would I stop?
Ah,
Stop streaming
mm.
earlier. Music.
actually, this is kind of. I don't know. Actually, maybe like here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like here, but I can explain. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm gonna go to Nerdi and Silver first because it looks like they have the most like they were the most confident with their answers. So I'm gonna hop to Nerdi. I feel like I didn't hear too much from you last time because I didn't really give you a lot of time to speak. So this is a longer Nerdy yap session. Let's go for it.
Okay. I think some streamers, like really spec into having great playlists, and that is just something that I never have really cared about. To be honest, I don't think I don't think I'd really care. I think if anything, if that rule dropped, I think it'd give my channel an advantage. Because I think I'm pretty good at filling dead space on stream. At least to some extent. Like I wouldn't really bother me. I'm the kind of person where like, I don't know. Like in the car, I very rarely listen to music. I would say, and I don't listen to podcasts or anything. I tend to just kind of sit with my thoughts. I don't think I just. It's not that I don't like music. I like it very much, but I don't think I I don't think music is that important to my streams at all. If like yeah, and yeah, it definitely is nice for like if my mic is acting up a little bit, maybe there's some white noise in the background or something, then it definitely kind of covers that up. Definitely sometimes maybe where I'm like a little bit more focused on the gameplay, it could be nice. But honestly, like I think if I stopped music entirely, I don't think many of my viewers would care that much, to be honest. And that's why I don't think it would impact my streams very much. Or like make me demotivated or anything like that.
Silver, let's talk to you.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like okay, I love music and I love it's like the fact that I like can listen to it on stream and I remember I used to have like a dilemma in my head a long time ago because I was like, dude, I really like doing runs, but I really like doing runs while listening to copyrighted music and I can't do that on stream. And then all of a sudden I could do that on stream because I fucking slipped my audio tracks. And then I was like happy because I just remember being like very happy about that. But nowadays and honestly like in general, I don't think it's like even though I listen to music literally every day, I don't think it would be enough at all to stop me streaming. Because it's just like I just care about like the other stuff way more than I care about the music. And I was thinking about like the times that I had been watching streams without music, and I remember like I was watching a Zai stream once. I think it was like a Zai alt stream, and he was just listening to rain sounds, and I was like, damn, like this is so cozy. Like this is actually so cozy. He was just listening to like some rain sounds and just like chill RSG, and I was like, I really enjoyed that stream. You know what I mean? Like there's other stuff you can do. There's other alternatives, but like albeit they're not you necessarily as good and that might get old kind of quick, but um, you know, it's not a big deal to have nothing as well. It's not a big deal.
I don't know, man.
So
I'm gonna be honest, right? Like if this rule was here, I want to even say like a month into when I was streaming, because I listened to like non-copyright stuff for like a year, I would say, and I think if this rule was like a thing that was heavily enforced now, I would not feel the motivation to stream hardly anything MCSR related. I think I would still stream. So like I guess technically I should be standing where Dylan's standing, like on a technicality, because I would still stream. But like I don't think I could do MCSR stuff because I could not keep my motivation to do things and be passionate about like MCSR if I didn't have music in the background, because I think I would find it so like repetitive and obnoxious and boring for me, meaning that for chat it would be boring as well, meaning that I would then get bored of streaming. So I just don't think I would be able to continue. I mean, more recently than ever, I've been enjoying like, you know, like reacting to shit and like watching YouTube on stream and stuff, which I understand is such lazy content, but I do feel like I transform it at least like a little bit. And that sort of stuff is so much more fun. And I can do that without music. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still using someone else's creation and then having that in the, you know, as a part of my stream. So if that would count as not being allowed as well, I'd really struggle. And I know that I would really struggle. So, I don't know. No music would probably, like, music has been one of the reasons that I've been able to keep doing MCSR, I feel. I remember I spoke to, I think, Nice twice when he had the world record and was like, what motivates you to continue doing runs? At the time, back in 2020, or, you know, maybe I even asked this in 2021, of like, you know, again, what is it that kept motivating him? And he said it was like his playlist. And I found that answer really interesting because, and it's the main reason why today that I don't have song requests on my stream, because if someone requests a bad song, I don't want to skip it. because someone requested that. But for me to continue and keep my motivation, I wouldn't want to listen to someone else's song request because I want to listen to something that I know I like versus what someone else knows they like. And maybe that's bad for viewer retention or whatever, but for me, I feel like I wouldn't even stream if it wasn't for my playlist. So, I don't know. I think that music, although I don't think it's a very big part of my stream, I think it's a very big part of my motivation to stream. Maybe that's flawed, and maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's something I need to address. But to answer the question, I think I would probably stream less if I wasn't allowed to play music in the background for sure. I'll move to you, Dylan.
I moved a little bit. I was like barely agree now, barely
copy from the
disagree.
top. Yeah, you'll barely disagree, which is probably where I
Yeah.
would end up being as well. But you know,
I just think that for me, I have the unique case, maybe not that unique, but I'm comparing myself to Silver specifically here, I guess, where like I don't really stream. I would say like I don't stream. Like every now and then I'll boot up my stream, but like it's like so rare. And I think that, you know, obviously I didn't say, hey, I'm gonna stop streaming. It was just like a slow trail off, and I think that the trail off could have easily been sped up by like, you know, a day, a week, a month, a little bit, right? If I wasn't able to listen to music, because towards the end of my like streaming endeavor or whatever you want to call it, my viewership and my chat interaction was like less and less and less because my frequency of streaming was less and less and less. So like obviously people are going to show up not as frequently. So I kind of had to rely less on my chat to keep me interested and engaged in the stream, but also on like myself, my thoughts, my words, and also like other things like the gameplay and the music. And I think, you know, I can go 10-minute sessions without saying a word if I'm playing like all advancements, right? And just vibe out to some music. But if I'm not listening to music and I'm just like flying around in a mid game that isn't on like amazing pace, you know, like an hour and 40 minutes in, it's just gonna, that would definitely feel boring, and I could see myself losing interest in the whole process, like AA and streaming in general, a little bit more accelerated, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
yeah, no, I get that, and I'm agreeing with you there. I'm surprised that neither Silver or Nerdi really care too much about the music on their streams. I think it's cool that they don't, and I mean, it's almost like good that they don't because it means that they're probably the center of attention. But I don't know. For me,
I think I approach music differently. I think for me, music is like, I think a lot of people, it's like the reason I don't listen to playlists on my own is because I don't ever feel like I for myself want music in the background to like fill space. I want the music, if I'm listening to music, generally speaking, I'll listen to an album and I'll want to listen to it start to finish. And it's kind of like not necessarily the focus of what I'm doing, but it's like I will listen to that for something. There are exceptions where maybe if I'm really struggling to focus, maybe I'll put it on to like some hype music to like hype me up, or maybe if I'm doing some content, then I'll like put on some you know, intense dramatic music to make it more intense or something like that. But I think like I said, I almost never listen to music in the car. One thing I do is I'll listen to the radio, but the purpose of that is not to fill the background noise, right? The reason I listen to the radio is there's like a local station that I really like that is just, they just play a lot of music, and I've just found a lot of like albums that I like from that radio. But it's not that the actual I want to fill the background space. Does that make sense?
It's about discovering music.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like, it's not bad. It's not like I hate listening to music or something. It's just that I think a lot of people find it very hard to go somewhere without having music in the background or something. But for me, that's I don't know why. For whatever reason, I don't find that hard. My thoughts like really engage myself, I would say. I'm very entertained by my own, like just thinking about things.
Interesting. I like that. I'll I won't squeeze this lemon any more dry. I'll let this question be done. I'm gonna send every single question to you guys and see if you have any like huge opinions on anyone for maybe our last question. All of these I came up kind of on the spot, so maybe some of them are worse than others, but Hopefully one of them tickles your fancy. I'm not sure. Any that you like, just like send, and we'll just do that one. If anyone has any preference, I'm not really sure which one to pick because I think they're all kind of like, I don't know. We're getting to the end of the list at this point, so. It also lets you guys think more a little bit more about the upcoming question as well, which I think is cool.
Oh, these are funny.
If you don't, if you guys if you guys don't have any
Probably one of
preferences,
these two.
Okay.
One of these two. I think those are probably, to me, the most interesting.
All right. Dylan or Silver, pick one or two from those.
Let me read them. I don't really have a strong preference towards either. Silver.
Dude, I don't.
Which you have a stronger... I'm going off the ones that I feel like I have stronger opinions on.
True.
I feel like I don't have a lot to say about the first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the second one. Fuck it. Are we good?
Yeah, probably.
All right. I'm just gonna go for it then. Let's get back to the middle and we'll do one last question.
All right.
All right. YouTube and TikTok are more powerful platforms for expression than traditional media. And I assume by traditional media it does mean film and TV, and that's probably it. I think that's kind of
okay. We can
it.
roll with that if you
Yeah?
want to establish it. Film and TV.
Yeah, I guess, and like
Okay.
newspapers and shit like that, right? But I mean, I guess it's kind of not particularly not particularly comparable to like YouTube and TikTok. I mean, I'm probably like over here, so Nerdy's all the way back there. We got some differing opinions.
Maybe we're reading the things differently.
Yeah, you can definitely
I don't think
interpret this.
so.
Like, I feel like it's possible. I'm over here and I greatly agree with what Nerdy's gonna say. You know.
Oh my god, is this like the biggest spread we've ever had? Holy
Perfect.
shit!
Let's go.
Holy
Let's
shit,
go.
holy
I thought
shit.
this question might be good.
Final question W. Who knew? All right. Nerdy, you moved Insta, so I'm going to come to you first. No, I'm not, because I'm tabbed into the wrong Minecraft. There you go. Nerdy. You are, let's just a recap. You're literally like off the screen in the strongly disagree. You're like so strongly against this.
Yeah. I think it's mainly just a budget thing or something, but yeah, I mean, I've never watched a YouTube video in my entire life that even comes like 1% as good as Breaking Bad or Succession or any of my favorite movies or any like I think if I eliminated YouTube entirely from my life or TikTok, I think it's like primarily would be a good thing. I think if I did that with movies and TV shows, I think for me it would be devastating. I feel like I'd lose so much meaning in life. I love my television. I love my movies. And even though I spend more time on YouTube, I very rarely feel like it's time well spent. I mean, sure, like maybe it's easier to get into or something for creators. But I feel like the expression that I've been able to, I don't know, not necessarily express myself, but the feelings that I felt from shows and artists expressing themselves from TV shows is just so much amplitudes more powerful to me personally than any YouTube video that I can think. I mean, there are really great YouTube videos. Tom Scott's roller coaster video, for example, amazing. I love that video. But like, it's just comparing to like my literal favorite. Like, I'm thinking of my absolute favorite shows, movies. Those are just so much more personal to me. They're so much more special. And for me, I think that for whatever reason, there's just more good stuff out there, and or not necessarily more good stuff, but the quality of a great show, I think it's really hard to compete for any YouTube video.
so interesting because I can, like, wholeheartedly say that I think that I've probably had more emotions through watching YouTube videos than I have through films. And you probably hate me for that, but I'm not.
I don't hate you.
Actually, for the 3 people here, this is probably like really bad because you guys love the movie in HBG. You guys love pulling up to the films. You guys all have film night in common, and I don't. I am not a film watcher by any stretch of the imagination because I don't know. I just don't have the. I don't. I'm getting tomatoes thrown at me, bruh. I simply don't have the motivation or like the want to sit down and know I'm gonna watch a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour long movie, even though some movies have like been amazing and I've really genuinely loved. I do feel like, and again, this is likely because of the amount of volume that I've put in. Like, the sheer amount of YouTube videos I've watched, I've probably felt more emotion from watching YouTube in an amplitude sense than a, like, per YouTube video. You know what I mean? If I standardized it as to feelings per video or feelings per media or whatever, I'd have more feelings in the form of TV shows and film. But as, like, a raw number, I've probably felt more watching YouTube videos. And I watch some brain rot ass shit sometimes. Like, and in my mind, sometimes it just serves as a completely different, a different form of expression in the sense that, you know, they can both live in harmony. And I like the fact that both exist, right? Like, TV shows for me are very few and far between. I don't watch TV very much anymore. Some TV shows I've really enjoyed. Most ones that I've watched with Lauren have been like really big for me. Like, you know, and I've never been a big TV person. And Lauren is a very big film watcher, big TV person. Really likes traditional media, and I'm much more of a new you know, I'm much more of a YouTube watcher and a stream watcher. I mean, much more YouTube than I am stream. But
would you hold this for TikTok?
Say again?
Would you hold this for if it was just TikTok? I'm just curious.
Less likely, yeah. I'd probably be in disagree. Not like super strong.
Okay. Yeah,
it's not like majorly strongly disagree, but yeah, I would be in disagree. I think that YouTube is very much doing the heavy lifting out of the YouTube and TikTok combo. You know what I mean? However, I do feel like almost for me, the lack of budget can be quite endearing for YouTube videos as well. Like, to kind of counter Nerdy's point, I think that can show a lot more personal connection versus the fact that a lot of the films and TV shows that I watch are all contrived and heavily edited and, you know, take years and years of hard work and effort. And as much as that's fantastic, it does maybe dilute the final product slightly. Whereas I do feel like YouTube videos are a little bit more raw, although we are kind of tending to be, you know, moving away from that sense as of recent. I do believe that things are quite real, it almost feels, on YouTube. You can really feel emotion from other people, whereas occasionally you're comparing that to, like, high-level acting, and I don't know. But I think that the real kicker is the fact that it's a more powerful platform for expression, just for the fact that it's accessible to all, and anyone.
I mean, sure, I guess I wasn't really thinking about it like from the like it. If the definition is it allows for anyone to express themselves, then sure. I guess I more mean like I was thinking of it more like where have I gotten the most powerfully expressed media from? That was the way I interpreted the question.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I guess just interpreting it in a completely different way, YouTube would be the obvious answer because you can powerfully express yourself easier than through film or whatever, because you're not going to really make a fit. Like 99.99% of people don't make films.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
The accessibility, yeah, but I more mean the actual like what I've gotten from both platforms.
yeah,
I feel
and
like
I
the
would still be
expression's more
standing
powerful,
here
so.
if the question meant that, and
Okay.
that's what I think it means personally. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
I think that I've got minus, I would say, like 3, 4 TV series. Like, but the fact of the matter is, I've probably only watched like 5 full TV series. Like, I'm not
Like,
a big.
what's your favorite show?
That's insane.
Tough one. I'd probably say like my favorite TV series that I've watched is Bones. It's a, it's a what the fuck? It's a like a crime show.
Gotcha.
And again,
I've never
like
heard of it.
that's like very basic. It's like a series thing that was on the TV for ages, and you could watch any episode of it without having to have watched the previous 5 seasons.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
However, like I think Lauren and I started in season 3, and then we watched every episode until like season 15 or whenever it finished. Because obviously there is a storyline behind the obvious, like, because obviously you've got like the episode to episode stories, and then you've got the overarching storyline that goes on behind that as well, which I like, which I really love. That's probably my favorite series. But again, I don't know if it would have been. It very likely would have been. But I don't know if it would have been my favorite series had it have not been for watching it with Lauren, sort of thing. So I feel like isn't always the media that does that, but it's also like the time in your life and the people you watch it with. And so that was the point where I didn't watch an episode without her, sort of thing, and she didn't watch an episode without me. So we were watching it together, and that like pushed the whole mentality of it being quite a special show for me, I guess. Whereas had you have asked me this question before I met Lauren, it would have been like the fucking Simpsons or something. Like nothing, like no show or film, particularly for me, had ever been. There have been films that have moved me, and TV shows that have made me feel, that have made me cry or whatever. But it's not like nothing has stuck with me so much that I think it could take over from just like for me watching long form produced content from actual people rather than big corporations. I don't know though.
I think it's like, I don't think of it as like big corporations though. I feel like when I think of my favorite shows, sure they're like big, but these are beautifully choreographed,
individuals.
incredible directors, all
Yeah.
working together that just love what they do. And yeah, they have money behind them, but I mean, like,
That's like,
oh my god, like the writing in shows can be so good. And I don't know, for like, again, I'm thinking of peaks. I'm not thinking of averages. I'm not thinking of whatever. And I do agree that it's really awesome that YouTube gives, like me, for example, the ability to, make videos and express myself. But I've never had a YouTube video where I watch it and afterwards it like changed the way I think about the entire world and whatever, and sticks with me for like weeks and weeks and weeks or years. Whereas something like Breaking Bad, Succession, Better Call Saul, like these things I obsess over and I think back to as these just absolute masterpieces. They're so good. Oh my god. And it's just, I just have never had even a fraction of that feeling with a YouTube video. There's really great YouTube videos that exist. And it's awesome that people are able to express themselves, but I just really feel like the peaks of shows, and books also is another one. Games is another one. Like, is so much higher, in my opinion, than YouTube. To me, like, the peaks of YouTube would be maybe some documentary, JCS, or something like that, or maybe some, I don't know, like a Let Me Know kind of video, which are all great. I love them. But I think that I wouldn't even put them in the same. I wouldn't even consider comparing them to Breaking Bad. It'd be like an insult to the video. I feel like I would be like hating on the video too much, because the video is obviously great, but Breaking Bad is just like, I don't know. I feel like it's just the fucking best. I don't know. But like my favorite book,
okay.
Beloved, is just so powerful. It's such a great book. My favorite game, all the Souls games, or Hollow Knight. man, like that Hollow Knight was made by 2 people. Also, small game, and I think it's had more of an impact on me than any YouTube video. I don't know. There's just man, I love my traditional media, I guess.
I think
If you
that
count games, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I think that for me, being able to follow the personality of someone through the form of a YouTube video is quite different. So like, there's very few people that still do this, but a lot of certain content creators, specifically like poker content creators, which is what I watch a lot of on YouTube. Like a lot of that doesn't really matter. A lot of that sort of stuff you don't like. Again, it feels like you could miss one and it doesn't matter. But for me, it's like I'm almost like spending a day in the life of someone else. And for me, that's not something that you can get through traditional forms of traditional forms of media in that sense. Even though you could write a good story, I feel like it's a difference when you say, this is actually a real person.
Maybe we're gonna have a fiction non-fiction argument then.
Maybe that's
I'm more of a fiction person.
Yeah,
like for me, fiction is but even still, I would say like even if it's just non-fiction, I feel like Free Solo goes so hard. I feel like you know, you could find lots of non-fiction books. I don't really read. I'm not really a non-fiction person generally. So maybe that's all this comes down to. But I
possibly
feel like,
so.
Man, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move on from us two yapping it up because we've been going on for 15 minutes. So we'll go to Dylan, who's standing slightly on my side, but not fully. So, Dill, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with basically everything that like I feel like both of you guys are saying. I just in contrast to Nerdy, I interpreted the question like you just sort of talking about not like consuming what is being expressed, but expressing like for yourself. That's kind of how I went for it. And I just think that obviously TikTok and YouTube are like extremely accessible and powerful platforms to get people to express themselves. So that's like the short reason for my answer. I think that I would agree with Nerdy that films and traditional media definitely like if I had to pick one to give up, I would keep films and stuff like and like traditional.
I was gonna say that could be an interesting question.
Yeah, that probably would be an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, I love being able to express myself on like a small, affordable scale, like when I make YouTube videos and stuff like that, and it's fun to watch other people do that. But it feels more casual, and like sometimes you want something extreme, something really extremely well made and powerful, and for that I would choose to go to TikTok and YouTube last.
Yeah.
Or not, I don't want to say last, but not.
Yeah,
before,
no,
like,
I get you.
shows.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And so that means, in my opinion, Silver is probably likely to say a very similar thing to it as you said there.
There's also
a
lot of variety. That's like one other thing. That's all. I guess that's
on the YouTube front or on the other
with YouTube. That's another argument for it, is that there's like a lot of variety. There's all sorts of stuff. So yeah, with films and shows, I don't know. You're kind of watching, but with YouTube, you can. I don't know. Maybe I'm over interpreting. I don't want to I don't want to cite a YouTube tutorial as a good method of expression, but like.
No, but yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. In the point of like, I don't know. I feel like I can connect to someone through a YouTube video a little bit easier. And don't get me wrong, that might be a bit parasocial, but it's almost like what YouTube gives you in the form of like you're able to share that personal, almost quasi-personal relationship with the viewer. Obviously, you kind of don't want to be massively over-personal, but you need to share some emotion, I guess, and that's probably easier to do on a real level versus like a contrived level or an acting level sort of thing. And the fact that it's easier to do doesn't mean it's better. Obviously, that means that acting and that sort of stuff is a bigger talent than me being able to turn on a camera and say, "Hey, this is what happened to me today," kind of thing. But I don't know. I think it's very different. So. I think that is an argument for the whole YouTube side of things, but Silver, as another movie Andy, let's hear your take.
So yeah, I mostly agree with Nerdy. I think like I'm not like fully strongly disagree though, because there are I feel like there are some YouTube videos that like not just some YouTube videos, but there are many YouTube videos that I've seen that have just like are just absolutely amazing and just are just like an incredible way of like expression. And if you kind of think about it, like um there is like from the like pure amount of like content being produced, like you can like the amount of like YouTube videos uploaded compared to movies and TV shows made is like insanely different, and even TikTok for that instance. And just on that pure fact, um you like it's like the like monkey on a typewriter analogy will like
Sure,
eventually
yeah.
like
Yeah.
write Shakespeare or whatever, and just because of that, like it just like so much like spamming that it'll just eventually like like stuff will is bound to hit. And but I still think that the like films and TV shows are just like peak because of like it's just so like it's so like the peaks of them are just so insanely high because that's like it's so um made like for that specifically, and it's like people like obviously it's to make money as well, but like um so much like there's not a YouTuber who's been making YouTube videos and for 30 years and went to school for it and fucking like has been passionate, but that is like super common in film where it's like an entire crew that has like just so in such an insane amount of experience, and they're all just like working together and just make like this fucking like absolute like masterpiece. And I just think that like those peaks just outweigh the the YouTube and TikTok by a bit, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
just on disagree.
That I think has got to be like one of the coolest ways for us to end it on. The fact that everyone is kind of in their own boundaries, but also kind of understands each other. I think that's really cool. I think this is one of the first times that actually we've had all four people, not even just today, but full stop, stand on different categories. So that is that's really cool. I think that is probably all that I have to say. I don't know if you guys have anything else left to say about this or any other question that we've had.
Nah, man, thanks for having me.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was
In
I
which
got
case,
nothing.
great. I will say goodbye to all of you then. Thank you. I'll quickly deafen up and say goodbye to chat, and then I'll speak to you guys afterwards. But yeah,
Bye,
thank you
chat.
for
Bye.
thanks for watching and stuff, and thanks for being here. Thank you for answering. Thank you for being open.
Thanks for questioning.
Thank you, Goat. I will be back very shortly. Chat, how was that? Did you guys enjoy? I hope you guys did enjoy. It was very fun. It was fun for me at least. I hope it was fun for you. Let us. I will cut to this screen. Very fun. Very fun. Wait, there we go. Very fun. New group of people. New HBG members. New questions. And yeah, hopefully you guys loved it. We will have the old VOD out very soon. Edited, cut down by yours truly. By yours truly, I mean this guy truly. Andronicus AOTC. Very goat. Very different vibe to the other group. It felt like this felt a lot more serious. Yeah, I guess it did. And I like that. But yeah, very grateful for you all. Let's go raid someone real quick, because it is 1 in the goddamn morning and I have to be somewhere tomorrow. So I'm going to close down my tabs and such, and we are going to raid into someone. Who are we going to raid into, chat? Shall we raid into Curryway or Feinberg? Wow, Curry has been live for 8 hours. That's pretty wild. I should have. Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm back. I'm still live. Any of you guys going live? Silver, are you live? Are you going live today?
Yeah, eventually, but not right now.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll just raid someone else then. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. wanted to check if the old Silver Runs was going live. Let's raid. Should we just raid Feinberg? Should we just raid Feinberg? I know it's easy, but it's just the easy one, isn't it? Let's raid that guy. Oh, yeah. Let's just raid the Feinberg. All right. Hope you guys had a fantastic stream. I will not be live tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. Sorry, Apollo. No stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. Okay, no stream tomorrow. Stream again on Sunday. I'm out tomorrow. I'm playing football and meeting friends and stuff. So I will not be around. I will be streaming again on